Previously on Junior Adventurers League. Hatching a plan with Zarkozai, our adolescent heroes agreed to help the scheming Behir defeat its mortal enemy, Thraxarkar the Blue Dragon. However, their true aim was to stash the secret package inside the Bloodstone chest, the centerpiece to the dragon's hoard. While the two titans clashed, the junior adventurers accomplished their goal, but, in so doing, began to doubt that they'd done the right thing. On an impulse, they leapt into the extra-dimensional chest, precisely as the chamber above them collapsed into rubble. The adventure begins on the 5th of Green Growth, year 559 of Kairosha's 4th Age. This is episode 33, Scratch That Lich.
Hello, my name is Kate, and I play Jrmi, the Halfling Bard, and I got a cool hat, and I can turn into anything I want to in the world, anything, any size, any color that I want in the world.
He can become a whole planet.
Anything. And I have all the same powers and strengths that those things have when I am those things.
Yep.
So I'm pretty much a god.
Galactus. That's what she can become.
It's me now.
That's who I am.
Yo.
Done.
Don't like
It's
it.
canon
Watch out,
because I said it
Thanos.
out loud, so it's canon now.
Watch out, Thanos.
Oh god. Hey guys, I'm Heather. I play Valqwyn Cruzera. She is a half-drow fighter with just a grip of weapons on her and some awesome, spiky, shiny, glorious armor.
Cool. What non-canon superpower do you have?
Slow motion moves.
Oh, that's true, but that's canon. You do
Badass
have
slow
motion.
motion.
Why are
moves.
mine canon? Hers are canon. She started
Mine's been
not
canon
Galactus.
since the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. You do have
I'm really
cool
good at doing
slow
slow-mo.
You are. Who do we have
Hello,
next?
my name is Cody Bushee, and I'm playing Theodûir of House Thomal, and he is a high elf sorcerer. He's got flowing purple robes, and his hair is slicked back, and he's a little snotty boy with a stick up his butt.
Yeah, both.
Little snotty boy.
Stick
Yeah.
up his butt. A little snotty stick
And
up
that's
his
also his power, his non-canonical power as well.
butt. Yeah, his non
thought he had a cell phone.
superpowers that he's
Oh, that too. He also has
Oh, that's true. You do have
He's
a,
the only one.
Well, you don't have a
Put
cell
his
phone.
mirrors
One
down.
of your mirror images has a cell phone. You have a 9mm profile.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So Theo has a connection to Earth, the Earth realm somehow. Like
You're basically
yeah,
Howl.
right. He
Yeah.
can break the fourth
he
wall.
he does
yeah.
that. He's got Twitter followers. You know, he's got a
Yeah.
9mm pistol.
Not a lot.
You know,
He's got like 700. Like it's not nothing, but it's not.
He
very
bought a
many,
lot of
yeah.
them.
Yes.
He
would.
did buy many
would.
of
if he
them.
bought them, he would have
Well,
a
his-
lot
that's
of
true.
followers, probably.
We have like 8
That's
million.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. His dad. Bought them.
That's true.
Is that tattoo?
Okay, that was his 11th birthday present. Was
His,
4 million Twitter
his Twitter
followers.
followers. Yeah, that was a big deal to him because it was, you know, what was it, 2014, probably around then. You know,
It's like,
Right.
oh my
Yeah,
god. Back when it was big.
And like, but you can tell that they're fake because if you go through the posts, none of them have any
Or
likes.
photos.
Like no one is responding or
I like
yeah,
that happened. We're just like, Jrmi wouldn't talk to me today. She just kept singing songs about me. Moss is humping my leg again.
As a
that
human
are like
boy.
just stupid, pointless updates like going to lunch. Like, no one
or
needs
just
to
the
see that, right?
what up?
Oh no!
What
Please don't tell me
up? But WAT space UP space question mark.
Or
What
the
up?
how?
Ow! He like mistakes
Horrible.
Twitter for text
He's
messaging.
live tweeting something that no one else is watching.
No one
You
cares.
have, like, some dumb
I'm into
hashtag.
it. Let's just talk about Theodûir's Twitter for the
What
rest
would
of
his
this
handle
session.
even
I think
be?
that's a much better use.
We're
of
not
our
actually
time.
playing D&D today.
I don't know.
Post below what you think
So-
his handle would be. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Theo's
yeah,
workshop
that's a
this.
great idea. Comment in the comment section. what his
Please
handle
do.
is on Twitter.
Theo's Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have. Maybe.
So a couple of reminders. We still have some nat 20s and some healing given to us by our very generous patron Shadowner. Thanks, Shadowner. Woot woot woot. I don't remember exactly how it fell out. I think you've used both of yours,
Either
right,
go.
Theo?
Yeah.
I think I used one of
Haven't
these.
you?
God. Do you have any healing left? Because everyone had 2 heals as
I
well.
have 2.
I have 2.
Yeah,
have 2
I
heals.
used one of my nat 20s, and I think I gave one to Theo.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has a nat 20 left. I only have one.
Has Theo used 3 nat 20s?
You gave me one
That's
to save
pretty
my life.
wonderful.
I think.
Yeah,
That's
for
right.
that was for the dragon.
For the breath weapon. I think you used 2 of them on the roper. Yeah.
Yeah.
To keep yourself from
Yeah, so then I
into
transferred
its
one
mouth.
to
Okay,
the dragon.
cool. So I think only Val has a nat 20, but I think everyone still has all their heal.
I think I have
left,
that
right?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
we
Okay, cool.
we
That
still
sounds
have
good to me.
those mysterious potions as well.
You do have some potions as well.
So
But let's jump in. Speaking of jumping in, Valqwyn, you were the first to jump into the treasure chest. So you have Featherfall on, and you kind of descend. So Featherfall has like different interpretations. How do you think your Featherfall, because it's your spell, how do you think your Featherfall like lands? I do the like you fall and then like you turn into a leaf. Like, do this guy.
Yes.
Like what do you think yours is?
Well, she definitely lands in like a superhero pose, like the Avengers, like.
Oh,
like,
the
absolutely,
3-point
yeah.
land, with
Right,
the
that's
arm
what's,
back.
like,
Yeah,
so
okay.
doesn't
I
make
don't know why I
sense.
asked. That's so obvious. So you land, boom. Give me a perception check to kind of suss out where you are. You had a general sense before, but if you can...
5.
Okay, so you still have a general sense.
I made a room.
It's some kind of a like wizard's laboratory. We determined that there were like there's a lot of different glowing magical lights. You can see some shelves with some nasty looking stuff on it. But the main thing you're focused on is that about 10 feet away from you there is a figure who is sort of like half turned away. And as you kind of come down and do your superhero land, like, poof, and there's like a big in the theater. There's a big sound when the people are watching the movie, right? This figure, male or female, you're not sure, kind of turns and looks at you. You can't see a lot about them with your 5, but there's definitely like a sort of skeletal, like just basically a skeleton wearing like super ragged looking clothing. And in one hand they have the little box that you threw down, and then in the other hand they're holding like a wand, but it's like wrapped in candy floss, like cotton candy, and it's like bright pink. And he's just kind of standing there, and he like turns and looks at you and goes, "What?" And then Theodûir comes down. Theodûir, what does your Featherfall look like? I don't know if it's the same.
I think it's probably kind of along those Avenger kind of lines, but more of like that Doctor Strange kind of thing.
Like with the cape
like in
out
Thor Ragnarok when he's like floating across the table or whatever. Or no, wait, is that
perfect. So he
that's
like
maybe a different one? Maybe it's in Infinity War.
Yeah,
but whatever. Yeah,
He comes down. It's like super light, dainty. Like, touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the cape billowing
yeah.
out.
Guess
Perfect.
you would.
Oh, and you still have Val. So I guess is moss like under your arm?
Yeah, I
How do you
think.
do a
Yeah, I think I
three-point?
just like kind of landed.
Holding him by the collar like this, like, and he's like,
Trying to just a little sack right there, just holding him.
sure, you got him. He's there. Give me a perception check.
I would
for you,
love
see if you
to.
can see anything more than that.
See. 13.
Okay, yeah. So you see a little bit more than the 5. So it is definitely a wizard's lab, as I said. You can kind of see. You come down. It's almost like a laundry chute or something. You come down this opening, and then you can see that on one area there's like a summoning circle that's all glowing purple and has eldritch sigils. There's big tables full of like all kinds of weird arcane impedimenta, like all sorts of weird implements and stuff. You see that there's like a rack of scrolls. Like a scroll case that you can see all the different kinds of scrolls jutting out of. There's like in one corner there's a like a brass sort of head of like a demon. It's got the horns and the eyes and like a big yawning mouth, but it's totally pitch black inside of it. And I would say you guys have seen what you would recognize a sphere of annihilation. It's like bolted to the
Just
wall
sitting
over
there.
there, and it's just this big like open mouth. Classic. I mean, anyone who knows
Well, I
Two
mean,
Horrors,
my
that's what it
dad
looks
has
like.
one too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Your
That's
dad has one.
right.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
have
yeah.
seen.
So I've seen those before.
You went into his.
The like
So have you
boob
guys.
wall.
Yeah.
Yes, you had to pass through the.
Yeah.
Like,
The
grab
I like the
sexually-
idea that he'll like threaten you, like if like it'll take you into his office when he's mad at you, like this with the sphere,
Like,
like
point to it.
yeah, and be like,
Look at this.
You see.
this bunny that you liked.
But yeah, it was like encased in glass, like a museum piece, right? Yeah. Anyway, so you've seen one before, and there's one there. You also, of course, see this figure in this like torn robes and the skeletal face and whatever. And it looked at Val and it said, "What?" And then looks at you and goes, kind of cocks his head, "Arr." And then Jrmi comes down. What does your landing look like, Jrmi? We've seen 2 Avengers poses. We've seen like the Iron Man and the Doctor Strange. What does yours look like?
Well, since I'm a bard performery person, I feel like I gotta add like a spin in there or something.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Maybe
You have the hat too,
yeah,
right?
like a moonwalk.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yep. It's this guy. The hat's down, sparkly glow.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm into
Just
it.
makes it
I'm
appear.
into it. Yeah, ridiculous. So you come down. There's a shazow as you land.
Yeah,
right,
Thriller
yeah,
starts playing somewhere.
Yeah, really quiet, like up above. You can kind of just vaguely hear it, but like not enough that we get in legal trouble.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Just like I think it's like 3 bars you can do. Like 4 bars is where it's illegal, so it's 3 bars.
Spotlight hits her. She lands.
Yes.
Like just the one like,
spotlight
side
first,
spotlight.
and then you come down.
Yeah.
Thriller,
And that's
like
it.
way back in the background. Yeah. Cool. I'm into it. Do you want to roll perception as
Nah.
well, please?
No, not at all.
Okay.
17.
Good. I'm glad you almost didn't roll that. So you come down, and again, you see the whole scenario, the wizard's lab and the skeletal figure. But the main thing you notice that they didn't notice is there is an exit. You can see that there's like a short little hallway that goes out kind of in the one corner of the room, and the door is like, and this is true of all the stuff in the room, like it all has this very overt operatic demonic evil tone to it. So like the door is like all these like twisted skulls carved in brass, like screaming in pain and like hellfire, but it's obviously a door. You can see the handle. There's some kind of an exit out of the back of
There's
the
an
room.
exit sign.
So there's a blinking exit sign above it as well, like a
This is
movie
to
theater.
your doom.
So-
underneath.
Oh. Exit this mortal coil. Yeah. So the Lich, the thing that's standing there, the skeletal creature.
Yes.
It's not anything like
Aw.
the skeletal creature standing there and sort of looks at Val first with what are, and then points a finger towards you, Jrmi. You doing here? And casts a spell.
Shit.
Kind of jutting out of their skeletal finger, there becomes this sort of like clear, transparent substance that immediately kind of forms around you guys. It kind of goes underneath your feet and around you, and you're sort of instantly boxed into this semi-transparent cage. The shape that it takes as it kind of forms around you is like those like grates that you put up to like protect against like a dog or something like that, like in your house, keep your dogs from going out of those here. It's like a playpen. It's like that, but it's like 5 sides of it. So you're contained in this. It's obviously magical. It's obviously spectral, but it's like clearly a playpen that he's put you inside of.
neat.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And so he does that, and then he kind of like looks at you and is trying to figure out like who you are or what you're doing here. And he goes, he got the candy floss where like, I told you to put the box in the chest. I didn't say you should jump down. Wow. He kind of like goes and like looks up the elevator shaft.
The room up there was kind of collapsing, so we didn't really have a lot of choice. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did. You could have gotten crushed. That was
You
Yeah,
Kinda what I
not
was
so
hoping.
much.
also had a really creepy laugh, and it made me feel weird about what we had just done.
Yeah.
weird. What do you
Was-
mean weird?
Creepy.
Like we kind of
Suspicious.
shouldn't have.
Just nothing. Oh, I mean, you definitely shouldn't have. That's not a debate. I mean, you know who I am, right? You know what's going on here.
Well, I know you're Gygax.
I mean, yeah. Give me like a. Well, I would say Arcana or Insight. I would take either one of those two.
Ooh. They are the same.
Yeah, 19.
19. Okay. Great. So you guys would remember. I mean, he looks like Gygax. He has that same voice, right? He's a skeleton. But there's a few things different about him. Which one did you roll, Jrmi? Intelligence or Insight or Arcana? So this is the main thing you notice. Gygax just had like empty eye sockets. Like he was just a skeleton. This guy's eyes are like kind of full black, but then there are 2 tiny red pinpricks, like boop boop in each one, like these little, almost like like a cigarette, you know what I mean? Like little tiny red pinprick right inside. And something about that, and like when he moves his eyes around, the pinpricks kind of move like they're his pupils. That kind of rubs you the wrong way and immediately indicates to you that this isn't just a skeleton, that this is, as I, definitely didn't say earlier, a lich. That's like the hallmark of sort of lichdom, which, again, in this world, they're evil spellcasters. They're powerful spellcasters that inherently at some point, basically make this pact and become undead and immortal, and their skin kind of rots away. It's sort of the, like, not every lich is evil, or not every wizard is evil, but every wizard who becomes a lich, like, sort of trends towards evil. So they're almost...
debatable.
Weird.
I don't know about that.
Weird.
There could be a good lich out
Could be
there.
a good lich.
Could be one.
Well, yeah, I mean, there could be a good lich for, like, a portion of it, but the longer that they're a lich...
They just get more
right, it, like,
cursed
skews...
well.
Yeah, the moral arc of lichdom
Maybe
skews
there's an
towards
exception
evil.
to the
Yeah.
rule. I don't know.
Maybe there
Maybe.
could be.
We'll find
out. We'll wait 6,000 years and see, how
see
evil
what
you are at
happens.
that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, the red pinpricks tells you've read a book, lich. He's kind of walking around eating his candy floss and kind of finishes it at one point and then like looks at it and tosses it across the room, and it like, I was thinking it goes into a garbage can. It goes into the like spear of annihilation and just gets swallowed in
like
there.
environmentally
One way to
friendly.
take care of it.
He's a good lich.
He's very green.
Wow.
See, there it is.
He recycles.
He recycles. Well, he
annihilates.
annihilates.
So there's just
like,
no
they're not
waste.
using it, but it's gone forever. It leaves no carbon
So no
footprint.
waste, just,
Yeah.
it's-
Nice.
Everything is biodegradable.
Where did you get that candy floss? It
Um,
looked delicious.
I have a thing. Did you
I
want
would
some?
love some candy floss.
Oh, okay.
Can I have
great.
hot pink
So he
too?
goes over.
Or is there blue? Do you have blue?
Let me see. I'll sort of go over and like he starts like tapping the side. So he goes over to this machine, and it's it's like obviously some kind of horrible demonic device. Like the face is like like a skull, but then the big glass dome is like full of cotton candy. And so he takes the paper wand and he's like going in there and he's like tapping the side of it, and there's like a little bit of magic that comes out of his finger. And it's like green, red, blue, orange, green. Oh, I missed pink. I gotta go around again.
Go around again.
And he gets it and then fills it up, the wand, and he like walks over towards you and he's like, here you go. And he like hits it up against the barrier. And then,
Oh, thank you so much.
go through.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts. You called him Gygax, right,
Yeah.
Jrmi? And he'll kind of look at you and he'll go like, "Yeah, it's not my real name, obviously, my true name."
Well, can I do an insight check?
Yeah, okay. You want to try to like put the pieces together here?
Well, I don't get it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh.
I got a 16.
A 16? Okay, yeah. So like again, like I said, when you saw Gygax, which is what she called him before, he didn't have the red pupils. But the only like lich that you're aware of or that like comes to your attention is Al-Razim. The sort of fabled, if you guys remember from way back in the day, like the ancient
was
lich that was
Had a
Genasi,
thing.
right? That
yeah.
He was at my birthday party.
He was holding the lamp.
Not really,
yeah,
but-
and like
It's got a bone to pick
oh,
with this one.
yeah, he did send you a present on your birthday, yeah, and the phylactery,
Yeah.
right, and all that stuff. And so you kind of start to like, and as he sees you make that connection, he kind of goes over to he has the box. He'll like set the box. Probably when he went to do the candy floss, he like set the box on like a table. It's maybe about like 10 feet away from you. You set it down, and he'll like go over and he'll pick it up, and it'll be like, do we kind of unlatch the box and open it up? Are we kind of like reach his hand into the box, and it's like a little box. It's like this big, but his hand kind of like Mary Poppins style like goes down into it. It's like, oh wait, hold on. He pulls his hand out. He goes and he gets a glove, puts a glove on his like skeletal hand, and then reaches his hand down into the box. Here it is. And he pulls out a sword.
Awesome.
And it's, a long sword, so it's 2.5 feet. I don't know how long a long sword is. Long. And it, you recognize it instantly. It has this kind of like holy glow to it. It's like crossguard. Its pommel has like the symbol of Komal. This is clearly the holy adventure that you guys got.
That's mine. It likes me better.
So he's kind of like holding it and holding like the candy floss. Like, do we get it? Gygax, Alrazim.
Oh my god.
You clever.
Language, young man. I mean, listen. Hey, you did your job. You know what I mean? I just wasn't expecting you to jump all the way down here. You know, I kind of assumed you would throw it in and then leave.
Well, you made that suspicious noise.
Yeah,
you really ruined it for yourself here.
Well, there's a dragon up there. I kind of figured the dragon would get you.
Well,
You've never dealt with us before,
clearly,
have you?
clearly, you've underestimated the Jarl.
No, I mean, don't say that. Oh, I hate that. No, they tried to make that a thing
On t-shirts
back then. Oh no. But we understand, right? Like, you fell for it. There is no Gygax Alrazim, same guy. I found it at the school. I tricked you into bringing it down here. Now you're here. It's great. You know, didn't expect you to be here exactly, but you know, it's fine. We can make a death trap for you. You know, we can figure that out. That's fine. Oh no, but they're gonna wonder what happened. They're gonna wonder what happened to you. Wait, hold on. But you said the ceiling collapsed?
No, it didn't collapse.
In
no,
the
it's
chamber?
fine. Everything's up there is lovely. It's perfect. It's brilliant.
Give me a second.
Well,
because you did, like, both of you were like, it definitely. Well,
yeah,
the
we're
ceiling
gonna die,
collapsed.
but
I'm great at deception. Let's see.
I'm
Let
sure.
me do my math. 6.
Okay, great. So, like, explain to me how this lie is extremely
I
bad,
feel like
right?
it's one of those things where, like, I mean, it's just kind of like how, like, it's just I'm just obviously like,
it didn't collapse.
We
right?
clearly
like,
were just talking about how, like, we had to come down, like, we were gonna die unless we like, it was either jump down or die, and
die. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just backtracking it completely. Yeah.
when I said
For
die,
sure.
I meant.
Oh no. So it did. Okay, so it did collapse. You say it didn't collapse. So it did. Okay, great.
No.
That solves my whole problem. I mean, you guys, you know, you went off the reservation, you came down here, you met your death. They don't know why, they don't know where you are. Great. So you just hang out in there. Yeah, you good? Can I get you anything?
well,
Pretty
clearly
good
you
here?
can't give us
No?
that candy floss, so the offer is just
yeah,
a
I
little
don't know.
hollow
it won't
at
go
that
through
point.
the force
Mhm,
cage.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, it won't go through. It's very good though.
It looks
And you
like
see, like, as he eats it, like, he's a lich, right? So he has no like internal, or so he just like goes into his mouth and it just like splats
God,
on the
it's such a
floor,
waste.
right? Like, it's a huge waste. Yeah, and he's like stepping on it, and it's just ruined cotton candy. Yeah. Yeah. So he's just kind of like, he basically eats the candy floss and looks at you guys and like walks around a little bit and kind of like surveys the edges of it, of the spell that's sort of containing you. Kind of like, yeah, how's the dungeon go? How did it go?
Do we know if there's like any way we can get things like out?
Well,
Because you can't get anything in.
can I
I don't know.
No, go ahead.
can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, on the spell.
On the force cage.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I guess.
Please do. Yeah, he did call it a force gauge, but you could try to see what you know
That's
about
what you
that.
said.
Like maybe you can, I don't know, counteract.
That is what he said.
I won't. It's in 16.
Okay.
I wanna
16
know-
is pretty good. Oh, I got it.
Well,
You want to know what?
just tell me what you got. Tell me what you got. And I'll,
Okay.
Yeah.
16. So again, Junior Adventurers League, the school like ranks all the spells sort of different levels, right? You know what levels you can cast, and they map exactly to the game because meta is good. So it's a 7th level spell, which means it's pretty high. It basically creates an immobile, invisible, cube-shaped prison composed of magical force. You know that the when you cast the spell, any creature that is completely inside the cage's area is trapped. Creatures only partially in the area, blah, 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 blah. A creature inside the cage can't leave it by non-magical means. If a creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to leave the cage, they have to make a charisma saving throw. On a success, they can use that magic. On a failure, they can't exit the cage and wastes the spell.
Okay.
It also extends into the ethereal plane, and it can't be dispelled by dispel magic.
There we
It
go.
basically,
That was my question.
It lasts for
can't
for an
dispel
hour.
it unless
So
I
you have
cast
like a teleportation
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's kind of like the hut where the caster can make it either transparent or opaque if they want to. He's made it opaque, so if you had teleportation, you might be able to teleport to the other side of it because you can see. But if you... I don't think you guys have any teleport.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, cool. It's almost as though I chose it specifically, but then
Weird.
You know. Great, but that's how it works. He kind of walks around, asks, like, how'd the dungeon go? Did you guys encounter the... Because you met the Bahia, right? That wasn't really part of it, but it worked out great for me because it got you down to where you needed to go. I kind of thought you would just,
Are you the one who...
figure out a way
I have a
lower.
question for you. Are you the one that built
Yes,
this
what's your question?
dungeon?
Oh, no. I made some modifications, of course. Like, he kind of looks around, like, he's had work done, like he's renovated a little bit. It's a great hideout, though. That's the thing they don't understand. Like, the other professors. I'm right down here. I'm under the school. They went to all this trouble to hide the phylactery. I tried hiring the gnomes. The gnomes couldn't get it. It's too much trouble. I can't do this. I can't do that. The professors are trying to keep it from me. But what they didn't think about... the junior adventurers. Let the junior adventurers do it for me, right? Bring it to me. I don't have to do any work. Just it's much easier.
Do you go to the dark bugs down here?
No, I don't really go anymore. It's kind of awkward. I asked the barista out last time I was there, and it just made it weird. And she said no, and she was nice. She let me down gently, but I had to kill her and turn her into a white at that point.
Of course.
That's the male answer to female problems.
Yes. Any rejection.
Literate.
Sizzling social commentary from Theodûir.
Sorry.
No, it's great. It's great. So he makes that point, and he just kind of turns like, "Do you like sharks or acid for the death trap?"
Why just one or the other? How about acid sharks? Sharks filled with acid, yeah. And why just stick with that? You can do other things.
Sharks filled with acid would make sense. He kind of he starts thinking about this, and you see him just kind of start to walk away towards the door. What if they were sharks made of acid? An acid elemental. He throws the half-eaten. He ate most of it, but there's plenty of cotton candy left, and he puts it in the sphere, and you watch it get destroyed. And he goes over to the door, and he grabs the door, and he opens it, and the door makes this unearthly sound as he opens it, and then goes out and closes it again. And you guys are alone.
Oh my god! It's like the Hitchhiker's Guide where they open the doors and they sigh.
Yes, the phylactery is 10 feet away, on the edge of the table nearest you, but on the other side of the force gauge, right? You can't reach it or interact with it. But, great. What do you guys do?
Okay.
So
what can you do in this?
You can't leave this cage.
Yeah.
I can't dispel it.
But it only lasts for an hour, right?
Well, yeah, but he'll come back, I'm sure.
That's true. What if we distract him?
He's not an idiot. You know what I mean? It's not like he's not going to come back.
I forgot how long that spell was.
He gets caught up watching House Hunters. Oh no, it was a marathon. I forgot.
It's the only time he's had human interaction in probably forever. Right?
Right. However long.
And
he forgets about you. Yeah. Right.
So we can't so there's nothing we can shoot out, huh?
No, I mean, well, according to the Arcana check, we can't really. I can't.
We can't attack it away or anything.
No.
So anything that you cast, you can cast because it's a 10 foot by 10 foot square, and then you guys are all in there. It's the four of you, 3 of you, and Moss. So anything that you can cast inside there would work, right? You could do healing spells or whatever, but you can't cast through. You can't cast on the other side of it. So you can't affect anything out there. Anything you try to shoot will reflect, basically. It won't go through.
In here?
Yeah. Oh,
well, fine. Then we'll hide in our own
nesting, force. Okay. I think it might need to be a certain size. Let me double check the wording.
Because at least that would give us some privacy, and it's for longer.
And nothing can get in there,
right?
Okay.
How much longer is it?
8 hours.
Yeah.
8 hours.
So we could just sit there all night.
I could cast that, and we could do the rope.
We could.
I mean, we could do the rope without me casting it, I guess. But
yeah. All these different pocket universes. Just like one.
The rope lasts for an hour. The rope lasts about as long as the
to get
the rope trick.
Right.
So that was your like the professors gave you the like get out of jail. Like if you get in trouble, like you can over your heads pull this and we'll come get you. Like an hour.
We're dealing with
seems
like,
a little like
probably
a
the
little over your
most
head.
villainous character like we've ever.
A
like,
level.
I mean,
like,
everyone's like probably afraid of this guy. Like.
So give me an Arcana check if anyone who wants to, or you could use your monster manual if you want to look up liches. You could get some information.
I'll do it.
Do it.
Want me to?
To get your little Theo look.
Do it. You can roll with advantage if you use the monster manual.
Let's find out. That is, what is my mod to nature?
Liam Tiny Hut is a 10-foot radius dome, so like it would be 20 feet across, but like I don't know. I'm okay with it. That's fine with me. I think if you cast it, it would just like conform to the exact like size and shape. It wouldn't be a dome. It would just only go as far as the force gauge. So it's like a force gauge. It's like a tiny hut inside a force cage. Please pull the rope trick inside the dome, inside the force cage. That would just be this like, and then like get into your bag of holding inside the rope
How
trick.
many layers
inside the
can
tiny
be
hut,
right?
inside. Yeah, exactly.
Jeremy's ready to take this joke as far as it can go.
As far as necessary. Sorry, how'd you do on your Arcana?
Is it Arcana or Nature?
Arcana, rolling twice. For a Lich, it's Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a religion, if you want to do that too.
Well, I did good. 21.
That is funny that you got 21 because all the monsters in the monster manual have sort of like what level of a party should you be in order to face this creature. A Lich is 21. CR
So
21.
we'll be okay.
So you know, you're evenly matched. It looks like.
If you add up our levels
It's
together,
fifth level
it's
party.
not there.
Yeah.
Not even there. I have a.
Great.
So, can we make the hut look like invisible though? I wonder.
Oh, like camouflaged?
Yeah. Well, like
Oh.
So, like, you wanna see it?
No. I mean,
like, does the hut have to have
Lisa
like?
Frank,
Does it have to like? I know he couldn't be able to come in there, but like,
Yeah.
can it? I don't know. Can it appear like it's not there?
You're trying to see, can you make it like
Yeah.
transparent? Like, can you make it look like you're not in there?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think you can make it either transparent or opaque, but I don't think you can do either. The Lisa Frank squirrels are just sort of like flavor. Like that's what Jrmi's version of it's like. I don't think you can't make it look like
I'm
there's
trying to
no
like
one in
give
there.
us
You're trying to, like,
some
trick
kind
him,
of
right?
invisible,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden
That
the
way he
force
might, like,
cage,
take the force cage
and then
down.
we're like not
Yeah.
there still,
No.
and so then he just leaves, thinks that we
No.
got out.
If you could turn all of yourselves invisible, that
Right,
could work.
right.
But I don't think you have that.
Doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he will.
Think of something else.
At one point, you guys are just thinking. You guys are discussing this, and partway through that period, the door will open again with, and he'll come through. Hold on, I got something in my throat. I gotta
give us a real
little
one.
bit, guys. One second.
Yeah, let's hear a real scream there.
Get a little water.
Gloria.
Okay, here we go. Let's do it. So he'll open the door and come through, and he sort of like walks back in. Oh, sorry. I gotta make a Skype call real quick. Before I do that, he goes over and he takes out the. No, he goes over to the desk, and there's like a bunch of the stuff. Like right next to the candy flash machine is like an hourglass, but it's the like arms of it. The things they're holding up are like angels like burning on fire. Right, this like horrible. And he holds it up and he goes like 1 hour, and then it fills up with a certain amount of sand. And he kind of looks at you and goes, oh, wait, no, 45 minutes. And then it like adjusts. It's like, that way I have time to come back.
Great.
We're sold on acid, though. Fire sharks? Lava sharks? Do you guys have any like immunities or anything?
You know, I think you should just come up with a bunch of different ideas, and we could try it. You can try a different one on all of us. You know, just like
I can separate you out and,
crazy,
like,
yeah.
put one here and one there and one there. And the badger, I'll put I got to figure.
there you go. Lots of ideas. I like it. Can storyboard that.
Al Razim.
But I mean, like cold, lightning, nothing. You're not resistant to.
I mean, you know, I feel like you can figure that out too.
Oh, it's like it's about the process.
Exactly.
It's like
there you go. You can. It's
I
a
see.
slower
Yeah,
time.
you know
that
what?
way. Slower
No.
torture.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Anyway, enjoy your imprisonment. He like turns
Wait.
to leave. And starts
Al Razim. Wait.
Wait. Okay.
I want to join you. Let me join
Oh
you.
yeah.
Al-Razim, I want to leave this world behind, this foolish rubbish of a school. They're holding me back. I am the most powerful Thomel that has come from my family.
It's Obi-Wan's fault. He's holding me back.
My power.
He kind of turns. Yeah, give me some kind of a charisma. You are trying to deceive me. It isn't like you actually. Like, I feel like this is important to establish. Like, this is a lie, right?
He's finally turned.
He is trying.
We the audience don't know.
That's
so
the
like
thing.
it's that moment the music gets sinister.
He's trying to deceive
and we're
everyone.
like, oh, he's
You know what I
doing
mean?
it.
So
Yeah.
if that
Okay,
he's,
that's
he's
the
trying to
dark side
deceive
of
like
it.
everyone, basically.
Yeah. Then I think it's
I guess
deception.
so. Okay. That is a pretty good roll. That's a 17.
Oh, okay. So you're just saying you want
Yes.
to join him.
Yes.
You want to be
Yes,
you want
yes.
to be a lich. Okay. He kind of like stops. Okay. Great. So what I'll have you do then is I'll have you choose which one of your two friends here would you want to kill. You just gotta pick one, and then you'll kill them, and that'll prove to me, that you want to be a bad guy, a baddie, a villain, a lich.
Right.
It's honestly it's standard hiring practice for a henchman.
It's like hazing.
If you had to choose,
Can I kill Moss? I'll pick Moss.
0 delay.
but it's like too fast. He like hasn't finished explaining. It's like, which of the two? Moss. Instantly.
Definitely.
Oh no! He's like, no, can't be the badger. No, that's I'm killing the badger. I'm excited about that. That's gonna be my thing. One of the two of them, one of the two non-badger ones. Who are you gonna kill? If you had to kill one and spare one,
What are you
who would
doing?
you?
It would be Jrmi.
No!
I would kill Jrmi.
Great. So you'll kill Val then, and Jrmi will survive. I'll be back about 45 minutes, so you guys kind of fight it out. And then I got this call. I gotta make this Skype call real quick. But when that's done, I'll come back and you can be a lich.
I hit Theo upside the head.
okay.
I'm just like, Theo, why? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think Moss does like the dog thing, like grabs her robe, like, oh, like how dare you, right? Like
Wait, Al-Razim, wait. Let me go with you. Wait.
he's like hands on the door, so he's like pulled the door open a little bit. You like start to hear the scream, and he stops.
Let me learn. Let the process begin now. Let me start to soak in all of your lich knowledge. I want to see this magical, extra-dimensional space that you have created. I want to start soaking it all
I
in.
knew you'd be the one to
Please.
betray us.
Okay,
Theo.
yeah. I mean, if you want to try to convince him to free you
yeah.
first, then I guess give me another persuasion.
Okay.
It's deception, though. Like you're kind of.
I'm gonna roll deception.
Yeah, it sounds pretty
yeah, okay,
deceptive. I hope.
But
it's
again,
deception. The audience
no one
doesn't
knows.
know.
For real.
Yeah.
Not even you.
Not even you.
Not you, my best friend. You suspect I'm capable of this.
Yes, we knew he would be the dark side one.
All right, here we go.
Be cool.
Charisma.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm into it. Okay. So the door's cracked, and he's like, okay. And he closes it again, and then he goes over. Okay, so yeah, here's what I'll do. He'll go over to the thing of scrolls. It's like, all right, force cage. Okay, he pulls it out. You kind of get the sense that he's going to try to dismiss the force cage he has on you, and then cast another one that just that encompasses everybody but Theo, right? Like kind of reframe the force cage, but he doesn't know that the hut is there, right? Because it's still transparent. You didn't make it opaque.
He doesn't get to see at least a frank world.
Great. Okay. So he takes a second of looking at the scroll and getting it ready. What are you guys doing in the interim?
Theo, why? How dare you? We always knew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to play it up. Yeah, give me a deception check, both of you, to try to just play along, right? With the.
Yeah. It's I got a 10.
Okay, so it's not like incredible acting. Like he seems a little distracted. I think Val, the reason that yours doesn't go very well is that like as you sort of cupped him, right? Like you cup him across the back of the head. As you do that, like how dare you? You feel Constance in her sheath be suddenly comes in with the beautiful silken voice of Elisa Pearl. Says, "Tell no falsehood," and you take 7 points.
Oh my
psychic damage.
Constance, why?
I gotcha. Yeah, she's a little persnickety.
It's for the greater good.
But you guys are sort of doing the act. How do you do it, Jrmi? Because she
I'm
cuffed
probably just
him.
crying.
What's your?
So maybe he can't hear me. So I'm like,
It's like a little fake, yeah. It's like a tantrum, but that's like your thing, right? Like you went to Juilliard to throw a tantrum. Like you have incredible tantrum abilities. Okay, so he's got the scroll, and you see him kind of like, okay, great. And he sort of dismisses the first force cage, and you see the playpen kind of vanish, and then he's like ready to cast the second one, and then there's like a moment as he kind of tries to, and it like almost doesn't work, and he just like his shoulders sag, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Really?" Let's roll initiative.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Getting open the page for the Lich.
Here we go.
Okay. Let me roll for Moss. Good job, buddy. How'd we do?
I got a 7.
Yeah, I
7.
got
Okay.
15.
18.
Okay, 15's pretty good. Anybody beat that 15? Oh, wow. Okay, great. So it looks like Jrmi, Val, Alrazim, for being level CR21, did not roll great on initiative. Theo. Okay, and then, I mean, Moss got a 2.
Of course, because he will always be last.
I can't, at this point, like, it's almost, if it was the other way around, it would be like, I would believe that I was cheating, right? Like, you didn't get that in your 20s. But, like, he has consistently rolled terrible. He's, like, cheating the other way. Ridiculous. All right, Jrmi, it's you. What's up?
Okay, so the sword is still sitting on the desk, right? Like,
Well, the sword is back in the box, which is yeah. I mean, yes, that's still sitting on the table, but yes, the sword itself
okay,
is not.
but the
It's
box
in
is still on the table, though.
Mm-hmm.
And how
Yes,
far away is
uh-huh.
that box from the sphere of annihilation?
It's it's far. It's like I would say it's like 15, 20 feet probably across the room, like diagonally. So like,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, hear me out.
All right. I'm hearing you out.
So I want to try and use the ram ring to like push
Oh. Okay.
into the
To like do a
sphere,
blast.
maybe.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure. So you would just have to make a check, right? You just have to like
Yes.
hit it, yeah, with your blast.
But aim it
That's fine.
into the.
It's gonna be tough because it's like it isn't like a direct shot. It's gonna be like a scatter effect. So the desk is full of shit, and it's totally possible you could throw other things into there instead of that, right? Like, do you care about it? Like, you're just trying to get it in. You're just trying to like line it up.
Because
Right?
I feel like even if I tried to stealth it, like I mean, because he's probably not like in the.
Oh, I see. You're talking about like trying to keep him from knowing.
Yeah, but if I'm attacking anyway.
Yeah, I think it's like a trade-off. I think you could either do it in such a way where it looks like you're just blasting the table, and then like the chance of getting it in the sphere is really low, or you could do trying to get it in, but then I think it's clear that's what you're trying to do, right? Like you're more accurate, but you're also telegraphing that you're doing it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think I want to go for accuracy.
Yeah, that's
I
probably.
feel like I get like one try.
Especially like, yeah.
Right. So I would say make an attack roll like you would with the ring. I'm gonna make the AC of it a little higher because like it's very precarious what you're trying to do.
It's like very pinpoint.
So just a regular attack roll. Yeah.
I get to add
whatever
plus
you gotta
7.
do.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yes. Okay, let me write down the AC real quick. Yeah. I'm ready if you're ready.
25.
Okay. So describe this for me. What does this look like? How do you? So the force gauge went down.
you're still in the bubble, but if you leave the dome, it goes away.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to leave it to go over here and get in a position to do this. So describe it for me. What does this look like?
Okay, so I probably step out. It goes away, right? Well, we couldn't really see that it was. Anyways, okay, so I'll step out and I'll
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess I'm just gonna. It punches at it.
Yeah, well, it's up to you, right? Because you said it's like the
Yeah.
spectral
So maybe I'll just be like,
The-
party above.
Oh, no! Yes, because it's this gesture, because the table's above you. Oh, I'm so...
love it.
That's... Okay. That makes this way... Okay, yep. Great. So, yeah, you whisper it, though. It's like... And then... Whoosh. Yeah. Maybe it's like at Theo with tears in your eyes. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
And then, so you make the gesture, and the whole studio audience does it with you at the time. And it flies, so the ram comes stampeding out, the spectral image of the ram, and it hits the side of the table. The table's here, right? And the table goes up, and all the shit goes flying. But the camera focuses on the little box with the phylactery in it, and it spins through the air, and it goes past Al-Razim, and he kind of watches it, and he does the oh fuck, and then it lands in the sphere of annihilation. It's just swallowed. And you see his little red pinpricks blast outward, red light, and then he just head to toe just crumbles into dust and is just gone. Yeah.
I was never going to kill you. I was never going to kill you. I swear. It was all a ruse.
You guys are crying and hitting each other, and no one's clear what the emotion is. So I wrote down the AC. Right, what it was going to be. I'm it has to be crazy high. It has to be outside the range of possibility. And I wrote 25. And you hit it exactly. So, no, I mean, obviously that happens.
Yeah, that was a +7.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. So you guys are having your little moment. Someone's getting throttled, right? Moss is jumping and peeing and growling. You're not sure
He's
what
excited
emotion
'cause
he's
we're
experiencing.
excited.
Yeah,
He doesn't
He doesn't get it.
He can't really comprehend what's going on right now.
Right, and he's just peeing on the floor still. He's been peeing nonstop since you saw the dragon. It's just an endless amount of pee. You jumped down the thing, and then a little bit of pee because you went faster.
It's still landing on us.
Gross.
It's raining pee.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But so you guys are there, and then in the
just
chamber
beat a lich
alone,
in
there's a
one
pile of
shot.
dust on the floor.
I'm cooler
Yeah,
than my brother.
one shot. That was the round. We're out of initiative.
have my
You went-
turn.
Jrmi went
One
first.
hit.
Yeah, the Lich didn't get the Lich's
Trying to
turn.
name cities out.
For real.
Yeah, right. Well, no one's gonna believe you.
What
It's
hit?
just you 4 kids down here.
3 kids
But
and a
anyway,
badger.
so
Come on.
yeah, you're right. 3 kids and a badger. So the lighting in the room was kind of normal ambient light. It suddenly goes bright red, and you hear a squawk of a PA announcement kind of sound, and you hear Gygax's voice, kind of coming over from all around. If you're listening to this, my phylactery was just destroyed on the premises. Probably whoever did it is still here, obviously. So, just find him and kill him, is what I would say. And that's where we're going to take our time.
Awesome. Great.
Great, cool. We'll be right back. And by that, I mean, you won't notice
Yeah.
any difference. We will leave, but you'll stay here, and it'll just seem like
We're all gonna change clothing. I want his shirt.
Yeah, we'll swap clothes.
Give you your shirt, Timothy.
I get Kate's dress though.
Yes. Oh, that's totally appropriate. Yeah.
Cody, that's
Done.
all right, fine, but under
Fine.
the stipulation that I get this. Okay, great. We'll be back. We are back. You guys are in the wizard's lab. You have just disintegrated Gygax and or Al-Razim. The light
No big
turned
deal.
red, and there was just this announcement. Yeah, there's the Imperial is going on in the background, yeah. What do you guys do? What's the
I mean,
plan?
I feel like we should
Freak
just pull
out.
the rope. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, let's defeat everything here.
We got lucky one time.
If we can take him out.
We are.
I mean, that's true. You're probably full of power,
I want to do a perception perception around this lab to
I
see
do
if
as
there's
well.
Okay.
like anything magical we can use.
Is there any loot
Please
here?
do.
15. 18.
Okay. Yes. There are a large number of things. There is the scroll case, which is all full of different scrolls. I guess there's the table. There's 2 tables, the summoning circle and the scroll case, and the sphere of annihilation is what we've established. Where do you go to search?
Some cotton candy first.
I
You
would
said-
love some of that cotton candy.
2 tables.
Say it again. Sorry.
The one table though is flipped, and there's shit all over the floor now, right? Like, I think at least one thing broke, and then like just black, horrible, like ghosts are like coming out of it. They're not doing anything. It's just like smoke, but it has like skull faces.
Not
in
doing
it.
anything
That
yet.
is at least
To us
happening
right now.
Right, yeah, nothing's happening yet.
But they're going to be doing something to someone at some point.
Yeah, exactly. At this hour, new flesh or whatever. Yeah. So there's all the smash shit. There's one table that's not flipped over. There's the scroll case, and then there's the sphere of annihilation. Where are you going to look at stuff?
You made the call first, so you can make
And
a
the
choice
summoning
first.
circle.
I'm definitely gonna grab some cotton candy.
Multiple people
first.
can look at the same area.
Um.
Yeah, okay, so that was on the table that flipped.
Okay.
So you can go over and you can pull out the cotton candy thing.
Yes.
And it seems to be working fine, and it's like churning the side of it.
I'm gonna get some as I'm
roll
kinda
me a
going
d6.
there. D6.
Gotcha. Roll me a d6.
1.
It's red. It's currently red, so
Okay,
it's like cherry
I'm okay with
flavored. But you don't know how to change it, so now
So
it's just red.
I'll have red candy glass. My entire mouth is gonna be even
Great,
brighter
cool.
red.
You grab one of the like
Standard.
paper
Yes.
wands and
Yeah.
start. Yeah. Cool. So that's
Yes.
what Val's doing. What about the other 2
Can
of
I-
you guys?
Can I take the hourglass thing?
Yeah. Sure. You have an hourglass.
I got an 18 on my perception. Can I do an Arcana as well and try to find something magical?
Yeah, but you need to pick a corner of the room to be searching. So the unflipped table, the scroll case, the flipped over shit, the summoning circle, the sphere of annihilation.
You could get some cool new spells from the scrolls.
I'll go to the scroll case, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, great. Give me an Arcana while you get over there.
It's 21.
Nice.
It is obviously full of
Right.
scrolls, right? And what you notice though is that it's an extra dimensional scroll case in a weird way. So it doesn't look like it's very big. It looks like about the size of a bookcase, maybe about like twice as wide as your chest. But it's all alphabetical by spell. And as you run your finger across it, it somehow fits all 26 letters with enough space for scrolls, even though there isn't enough space to do that. And then as you go down, you see it's way longer than it should be. It's almost as though it like distorts space to make room for. So you think, looking at this, there is a scroll for every spell in the world that you know about on here. At least one copy of it. Yeah.
So I could just grab one.
You could grab one of every spell, probably. I mean, you'd be burdened with all these scroll cases. You could probably realistically carry, like, I would say 3 of them before it gets to be, because they're in cases, not in scrolls. So you pull them out, and you have to, like, unscrew and pull the thing out, right?
And so the scroll
you
is a
would know, though,
one-time
for
use,
spells,
though, right?
It's a one-time use, yes, and you would know that if it's above your level, you have to, like, roll a spellcasting check, and if you fail, it expends it, and if you fail really badly, it sometimes has, like, a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Like, it can cause some sort of magical like chain reaction.
Okay, he wants to pick one really, really high-level spell.
Okay. There are a bunch of them down there on the 9th level. Let me see what your 9th level options are. Do you want it to be a sorcerer spell? Because otherwise you can't cast it if it's not on your spell list.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, I'll pull it up. But yeah, there's everything.
I mean, are we going to take the time to do this, or should we just say, what do you...
You have a little bit of
Yeah.
time. I'm gonna look and see what the options are just that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
rummaging
sorcerer
through the stuff on
spells.
the upturned table while he's doing this.
There are 5 scrolls that are 9th level. Gate, Meteor Swarm, Power Word Kill, Time Stop, and Wish. If you want to go lower than that, you can, but 9th is the
I mean,
the
those
highest
are-
level.
Those sound
the
pretty...
big nuts.
Power word kill?
Gate,
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
you
Power
literally
Word
just...
Kill.
Dead. They're
Kill.
dead.
Let's see.
Let's
Power
find
Word
out,
Kill.
shall we? Let's see.
Make an Arcana check. You're still rummaging?
Yeah, I'm just rummaging on the upturned table while I eat my candy floss.
13.
Okay. 13. Give me a perception or an investigation, Val.
13.
Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Like, it looks like it's mostly, like, it's hard, it's almost like scientific, like, equipment that you would use to cast spells. But there are a handful of things, like the hourglass, that are just kind of sitting there and are, like, obviously super evil. There's, like, a skull that sits there, and that, like, as you kind of reach forward, it's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
I lift it up and I go, ooh!
I said stop! And it just starts to scream at you.
God.
Stop, put me down, stop. And it will not stop.
Oh my god, I freak out and I like
Stop,
toss him
stop.
towards the sphere of annihilation.
Ding, ding. Oh no! And he like rolls across the floor over towards the thing. It's like, and then he kind of goes back and is inert again. Yeah. You got a 13 on your Arcana? Okay, so power word kill. Sorry, I just had it. Now I closed it. I'm a fool. Power word kill. One action, instantaneous. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you can see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, it dies. Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
God, man. So some huge monsters would not necessarily be killed, obviously.
Not huge ones, but like 100 hit points is still plenty.
That's a lot of people.
Well, you can't cast it on multiple people.
know,
it's like
but it's a lot
one
of
person.
options.
Entire
Village.
day.
Yeah,
That's the options.
yeah, you're right. You could kill a small town. You could kill like a PTA. You could kill like one grouping of adults. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Great. Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of NPCs got one hit
Kill
point.
a
Like a
yoga.
large
Sport
spell
for
work.
Yeah. And then
I don't
so
know.
it was.
There's other
I don't
ones
think
there.
it's
I
gonna-
mean, you would
Is he?
Gate, Meteor Swarm, Power Word Kill, Time Stop, Wish. You would know that Wish is largely considered to be the most powerful
I
spell
was gonna
in
say
existence.
that sounds. Yeah.
Yeah. It's used to basically like replicate any lower level spell that you want, or you could also have it do like ridiculous crazy things, like basically I wish
basically.
blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then the laws of reality change to make that happen. It has sometimes negative consequences, and there's an implication of kind of like a monkey's paw thing where if you don't word it properly, it's like, if I want to have all the gold in the world, and then you might be crushed under a huge mountain of gold, things like
Everyone
that.
to know my
So he's
name
gonna
is
take that
Leos.
one for sure.
You're gonna take Wish?
Yeah.
Cool.
He can't not.
Great, you're doing that. Jrmi, you have the hourglass. What else? are you
I
doing?
guess I'll go to the other table that hasn't been looked at. That's the only other area,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There's the summoning circle and the sphere of
I
annihilation.
need to go near those. So I'll go towards the other table.
Give me a perception or investigation check.
16. Perception.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Similarly, it's like a lot of components and like jars full of components and things of like weird spell stuff. The main thing you notice is that there is a huge book. It's about this tall, and it's like kind of on a lectern next to the desk or the table, and it is like made from some sort of really weird material, and it is like wrapped shut. Like it looks like someone like wrapped. That's not a chain, but it's like some kind of a cord around it several times to keep you from opening it. You would have to like undo a lock and then unwind it, and then you could open the pages. But it's like fat and black and like got weird stains on it, like super evil.
It's a princess book.
Can I take it?
You can. It's very big, so it's like. Unless you have like a bag of, I guess you have a bag of holding, right? The little bags. Yeah. You could stuff it in. I think your bag of holding at this point is getting a little big.
Do you want to put it in mine?
It can fit, but it's starting to bulge in weird places, right? In ways that don't make sense with the physical reality of how things are in there.
That's fine.
You might have to take out some of your busts of George Washington.
I'll take out a bust of George Washington, and I'll leave the hourglass there. Like, I got this new book.
Okay.
Yeah, I got this evil book now.
And 3 fish bowls. I think there's a joke. Yeah, there's a Futurama joke where Bender like opens up his compartment and makes room, and it's like a fish bowl, a bust of George Washington, and then 2 more fish bowls. Yeah. And it's like, why? And then that order. But yeah, you can take the big evil book if you want, and then I think your bag is pretty much at capacity because these are like meant to carry some things, but they're not full bags of holding. They're like knapsacks of holding, effectively.
I've got a bunch of rubies and a evil
great.
book. I'm okay. Candy.
Yeah,
Well, that's in my room.
That's right. You did scoop in a bunch of treasure. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, all red gold.
That's right.
Great. Anything else you guys want to do?
I mean, I want to end up going through that door, but I guess I feel are we kind of dead in here?
I just wonder.
I've got the Necronomicon, so I
What did you grab exactly?
We're good.
I didn't want to come out and say it, but yeah, you have the
What is
right.
the Necronomicon?
It's a big evil spell.
That's not what it actually is, but it's in Lovecraft mythos. There's like an
Yeah.
evil book full of like dark knowledge. You can make an Arcana or a history check if you want to try to identify this book.
Hell yeah.
Mother Voice is on like the first page.
I
Just
only
like,
got a 9. So
A 9. You're not sure. You've maybe like, you know that there's basically like a restriction section in the library where they have like prints of certain evil books, and you feel like this is like the original of one of the prints, right? This is like the fucking evilest book in the history of evil
it's in the
books.
hands of a 13-year-old.
A 13-year-old bard. Yeah, exactly. As you guys are discussing this and trying to figure out what it is, you suddenly hear outside the door. Something is scratching and barking and trying to get its way inside.
okay.
Like barking and snarling.
There's
from
no real
outside.
clear exit.
There's that elevator shaft that
The
goes up
collapsed room.
that you guys came down, but you're not sure. If you remember, well, I guess give me an Arcana, I guess, on that too, if you want.
17.
No.
You have it's an elevator shaft, but when you go and you look at it, it's only about 10 feet up, and then it's a blank wall. So you think that chest that you went into was like more of a portal than an actual shaft. Because if you remember when the dragon was rolling around, the chest got tossed, and it still led down there. So you don't think that it's connected to anything. So it like goes up a little bit and then nothing. So
But like,
yeah,
let's see, like,
exactly.
we can,
a lot of
can't
magic
really
down
open
here.
it, right? The chest has to be open.
Not as far as
to
you
be able
know.
to exit.
We
Kind
could
of.
set
Right.
up one of the bear traps and then open the door.
We could set up all of the bear
We could set up all the bear traps. We have 3 still.
All 3 of the bear traps.
All 30.
yeah.
30.
That's right. It was 30. You brought 30 of them.
That's
I
what she had in
remember
her bag, so she just took out.
It's true. I probably had to
Dump
take
out
those
just a mountain of bear
Yeah,
traps.
they're out.
Well, in the true tradition of the bear trap, you have to set it up and then it doesn't work, right? Or
They never go near it.
Like, this is what happened with the hook horror too. We had this very complex trap that
It
just
was
didn't
good in
matter.
theory.
If we do rope, we're gonna.
What do you guys want to do?
We're done.
We're screwed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, they're gonna know everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm?
The teachers.
what? Yeah.
The grown-ups.
Mom and Dad are gonna find out what we've been up to.
Is it just a dog?
We don't know. We just hear snarling behind the screaming door.
It's not just a dog.
It's barking and then it makes this like
Cool.
sound. You're like, oh, not a dog. Not a dog. Whatever that is not a
That's big
dog.
and evil.
It's mostly barks, but then every once in a while it will go, and you're like, not a dog.
Let me do it. Can I do a nature check to try to identify it by the sound?
Yes.
With his monster manual.
Yeah. Do I
Pop
get
that
to?
manual, baby.
Can I roll advantage?
Good.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. Didn't matter. Double 11.
Make a wish. It's
Let
a level
me-
11.
let me, what's my nature bonus? 14.
You don't know
Okay.
for sure. You think that you don't know what it is, but you know parts of what that language is. You think that it's speaking infernal.
Infernal? Okay.
Ouch.
So some kind of a demon dog would be your assumption.
Hell, hell.
Probably above our pay grade. Probably. Maybe. So is that the only other way out, though? Is that door?
Yeah.
There's also the Spear of Annihilation.
There's all. We can just end it.
Let's just jump in there. Let's find out what happened.
You just end it all.
We killed a lich. That's all we needed.
Moss is suddenly like ready to fight. Moss is at the skull door, like there's another dog out there, and he's got to fight it, right? Like he's got to smell it, but he's just like on the other side going nuts.
I mean,
But I mean, what you want to do with Moss obviously is up to
we
you.
can try and pull him away and do like the triple bear trap scenario.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm thinking is we can
What's
set him
triple
up.
bear traps?
I can stand behind the bear traps to just like readied. And since you have such good stealth, you can like open the door but hide behind the door in stealth.
Oh,
and then it can like come in.
So the triple bear trap scenario is one of two things. It's either like a football play that we like cut back to you guys like with the chalkboard and like
X's
Jrmi's
and
explaining it, or it's like a menu item at Outback Steakhouse, right? Like the triple bear trap scenario. Yeah, and you get it. It's this like platter with like 2.5 blooming onions
God.
and like a kangaroo's severed head just
It's
in the
whatever
middle
can-
of it, right? Like
You'd be killed by a bear trap, basically.
yeah.
Whatever
Right.
we caught this morning by
Triple-
3 bear traps.
by 3 bear
It's
traps.
served
yeah.
like right with a like broken bear trap behind it. It's just like, oh
Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, is you open the bear trap and then you can eat whatever is inside.
like make sure you lock it or it's gonna
Triple
close
bear
on your
trap
hand.
scenario. Yeah, be careful now. This plate here, this plate's an active bear trap, so
Only
be
in
careful.
this dungeon would it be a thing too. It's the dungeon steakhouse.
Out dark steakhouse. Yeah. What did we said it was Bed Bath and Beholder, I think was the other store that's in this outlet dungeon. Yeah. Great. So what's the plan here? There's a horrible demon dog outside the door.
We do have those mysterious potions. One of strength, one of sneak, and one of heroism. We can't like split that sneak one and still get some benefit from
I'm pretty
it.
It
sneaky.
has to be the whole thing. You have your like
With my hat and
bonus
shit.
thing too, right?
Well, the hat ain't gonna help. Oh, we did say that.
No, 'cause
well,
it's all red.
The hat only
Yeah, yeah.
works in areas where it's all
But I have
one
the other
color.
thing
Yeah,
that if I stop moving, then I
Yeah.
Yes, you're a
little hideier.
figurine of dubious power.
Speaking of, I haven't gotten to use Seamus since our underwater thing. I'm very sad about that.
Yeah, we haven't really used them the way that we should.
I don't think you've gotten to use your rust monster one.
We'll
at
figure
all.
it out.
Which one?
You have a rust monster figurine?
Once or twice. You have the Rust Monster figurine that gives you the.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a couple times.
Or
Insight,
survival
I
or
thought.
something like that. Yeah. You're right. It is inside. Yep.
Anywho,
Okay.
I mean,
But I keep forgetting.
do we
so
only
many
hear the
things.
one monster on the other side of the door?
You hear two of them.
great, awesome. So I mean, you and I could both stand behind the bear traps and have our actions readied.
One of you could be like holding moss back so we just get entangled.
What if these things are really strong?
It's that. It's the scene in Fellowship, right, where they're like behind the door and they're like all ready.
Yep, exactly.
What if these things are like really strong though?
The bear traps will help. And
If
plus,
they
you just got
landed
fireball,
them.
so
The other problem is that this door doesn't look like it's going to come down anytime soon. It's like a big brass door. So if you want them to come in, you're going to have to open the door. And if there are bear traps in the way, right, how's that going to work? Yeah.
well, we would have them like a little bit further back, and then she would use her sneak and like
Oh, I
open the
see.
door, and then they would just like
And hide behind the door
then
and
they can
they
rush
come
in, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm into that.
Or we can just pull the rope and just be little pansies and
Whoa.
fight these hellhounds.
I think we've had a pretty big day. All right.
Moss is
Jesus,
like,
what is your bar?
a Bahir, a blue dragon, and a lich in one day. It's just like,
a lich in one day.
we're good.
But like, you guys haven't fought either of those things. Like, you didn't take any damage from either of those two encounters
I
way
got
above
hurt
your
from
level.
Constance, okay? My
did.
own weapon
You took
turned
a tiny
against
amount of
me.
psychic damage.
That wasn't even a combat.
Yeah.
That was
wasn't.
with someone.
I
above
just
your-
tried to do a good deception.
Yeah, well, you're not allowed to do that.
Apparently, goddamn you paladins.
Yeah, man.
I'm chaotic and neutral. Let me
Paladins
live
will
that
ruin
chaos.
Everybody's fun, yeah. Harshen my buzz.
What is this? Can I go to
What's
the
the plan?
summoning circle? Can I examine that?
There's a summoning circle. It's like smoking, like purple smoke as you kind of approach it.
It matches your cloak.
Can
What do
I?
you do?
What are the runes? Can I decipher what the runes say?
Give me an Arcana. Yep.
That one.
Oh god.
You have a flashback of your father, like grabbing your wrist and pulling you away from a summoning circle and pointing at you and saying, "Never again." And so you're something like, oh. So like getting near a summoning circle makes you like, oh, I don't know.
Someone come and check this out over here. I think there's something there.
Okay.
So easily gullible.
17.
Woo.
Okay. It is a summoning circle in the traditional sense. You don't think it's a teleportation circle, so you don't think you could use it to go anywhere, but you could, with the right incantations and ingredients, summon a creature. Specifically, it's designed to summon fiends, so demons and devils. It would imprison them inside the circle, and then presumably they could be asked questions or made bargains with or whatever. Yeah. You think probably the materials are here to do it, but you don't know how to do it. If only there was some kind of a text or a tome that might explain how to do it.
We should probably just pull the rope.
I'm out.
I know.
Done.
I didn't think you were going to do it. I'm just explaining that's what's there. I don't have an agenda in this situation, okay? Like, I'm just the passive rules of the world.
I want to fight these things, so let's figure out a way. They're snarling, and I want to hear this screaming noise.
So cool.
I just love how opposite it is of like the Hitchhiker's Guide with a.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't even think about that. It's not the contented sigh. It's the horrified wail. Yeah. My microphone is like, I don't understand. You
Why
bought
are
me
you
to
doing
do
this
what?
to me?
To just scream endlessly? Like,
Just, you don't have to raise your voice. I got you.
the only time I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm so sensitive.
So, what do we
So we
wanna
can
do,
open up
guys?
that thing.
What do we want to do? Do you want to pull the rope?
Kinda.
Are you afraid
Jeremy's
that
had
are you
like
afraid that we're gonna
enough close
die?
calls. So she's
Are you
kind of
afraid
like,
that we
I'm
can't
ready
make it
to
through?
go home.
Are you afraid that we can't make it through?
I guess, kind of. And she's just
Are you?
Doesn't
How do
wanna
you
keep
feel?
jinxing it, I
You
guess.
want to fight?
I want to fight the Hellhounds, but I'm curious as to when you looked up the little demon doggy things in the monster manual, did it have the leveling next to
a
it?
CR.
I didn't know.
He doesn't.
For sure
He
what
didn't know what they were.
Ah,
he didn't
gotcha,
succeed.
gotcha.
But if you could
Anyone else
look
can
if you
look.
want and try to
Can try
figure
to
it out.
identify.
Is it a nature check?
I'll try.
With your monster manual, you can roll advantage.
You have advantage if you use your monster manual.
15.
That's way better, but I got 10.
A hellhound is a pretty likely bet. The other option is a creature called a death dog. I don't know why, man. They both exist and they're different creatures.
Right.
Who knows? The death dog has 2 heads, so it's conceivable that you're hearing 2 voices because it has 2 heads. If it's 1 death dog, they're CR2. If it's 2 hellhounds, they're each CR3. Possible tougher than 1 death dog, right? So it could be.
But that's
either,
still
but
in
you're
our.
not sure with the
That's
information
still
you
in our
currently have.
combat, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Within your
yeah.
wheelhouse, for sure. And you technically haven't fought anything yet today. You don't have any real. Besides the 7 psychic damage, no one's taken any damage. So
Might be okay, but
It's up
I
to
don't
you.
know if there's other stuff that it will.
Do I even have spells? I wonder.
You should.
Yeah, I should. I just used that fireball once.
Yeah.
yeah, if it is a hellhound, we can deal that when they come through. I'll say you looked at both entries, and when it comes through, you can determine. I can give you more information. You succeeded on your check to look them up, right? But I don't want to just like unload both things. This is how they both work.
I want
You don't need the other
learn.
one. So.
Knowing what I've just learned, I would want to fight a little bit.
Okay,
to
can we
see-
do the trap thing?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'd want to just see what's in the next room at least.
Do you want to set up
Okay.
2 or 3 or 1?
Well, I have to take all 3 of them out to fit stuff in my bag. So
Perfect. So
might
we
as
have
well
all 3
just use them all.
set up.
Put them like staggered, kind of.
Do you want to keep Moss
Okay.
with you?
So yeah,
so
it's
that
like a
he can help
5
you,
foot
like,
little
attack him from
corridor,
behind?
and then it opens up.
If he behaves, I don't know. If he
Yeah.
will or not.
Because you would just kind of have to like hold him, or I would hold him. So we just have to like keep him away from them.
You could tie his leash to
That's
something as
true,
well
yeah.
if you don't want to. Yeah. And then if they come near him, he can fight them, but then he's not like running into
Sure.
a trap.
Let's do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I like that the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple table legs. There's various things. You could tie like the horn of the.
That's what I was
spear.
thinking. I was like, let's do
No.
that.
I don't want to put him near the
I don't understand, why not?
spearman.
With how poorly he rolls, he could
It
like
keeps
snap
everything
back
away
into
from
it.
There's that
Yeah.
talking skull too.
Just gone.
We have the talking skull.
Talking skull. I
We
want
do
to
have
talk
a talking
about
skull,
for a second,
yeah.
actually. Do we have time to do that?
Okay,
really quick?
great.
No.
Up to you.
Yeah, the doors.
Spend
are
as much
pretty
time here as you want. It has
Is
no
that okay?
consequence or anything. The longer you spend.
No.
We're just chilling in
I'm
this
saying,
room,
yeah, there are no consequences for spending time, right? As far as you
As far
know.
as we know.
What? I'm just gonna like kind of like look over at it because I'm guessing it's like rolled over on the side, like not it.
Mm-hmm.
It's rolled over on the side and it's totally inert. It's black. Actually, wait, hold on.
Ah,
Looks
there
like
we
this.
go.
It's black.
Yes.
It's like rolled over like that. It's black.
Piggy bank.
It is.
It is actually a piggy bank. Funny story. You know who I got this from? Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club.
Really? That's right.
Awesome.
So there's a crazy story I'll tell you guys sometime. But basically, he sends like if he gets recognized in public, he like asks for their address and he sends them like a weird gift
That's
basket full of like
awesome.
crazy stuff. And he sent me this. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So
That is cool.
yeah, Hallie like saw him at a hotel and was like, "Are you Chuck Palahniuk? My boyfriend really likes you." And then he was like, "Yeah, give me his address."
Cool.
And then he sent me a package full of stuff.
Badass.
Yeah. So this is my skull from Chuck
Yes.
Palahniuk. Anyway, but this is what it looks like. It's like rolled to the side, coming from the
And
corner.
it's just not. It's not even saying anything.
Nope. Are you like looking at
Yeah.
it in the eyes?
Yeah.
Like.
You
Okay.
can't touch it.
Hello.
Cool, it's just there.
Hello. I'm going
Nothing.
to touch you if you don't talk to me. I'm gonna touch it on the
Respond.
forehead.
Inert. No, stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Tell me who
Stop it!
you
Let me go!
are.
Let me go! Stop it!
Tell me
Stop
who
it!
you
Stop
are.
touching me. Stop touching me, I'll tell you. Stop touching me, I'll
promise?
tell you. Please stop.
You better
Stop touching
promise.
Me. Yes, I promise. I promise. Please stop.
I'm gonna touch you again.
No,
You lied
please,
to
oh,
me,
God, don't touch
Skull.
me.
You lied to me.
God,
How
Stop,
dare
stop,
you?
Put me down. Stop.
Well, now I might just keep it here forever.
He just starts
I
to
don't
panic.
know.
Sure. Okay.
And
It just screams.
screaming
It just
forever.
screams incoherently, and will promise to do anything just so long as you stop
Really?
touching it first.
But it won't ever obey my wish, really?
Whenever you take your finger away,
Offer
it
some
goes
candy
still.
floss.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I'll grab. I'll be like, offer some more candy. Candy. All right. Give me some candy floss. And
I give him some. What color? I want to
Okay.
see. Let me see. It's still red?
No, it's still
Okay,
red.
cool,
You don't know how
awesome.
to change it. It's
Boom.
red forever now because only Al Razim
Damn
knew how
it.
to change it, and now he's
Okay.
dead. So now it's
I'm
red
gonna
candy
touch
floss
his
for all
forehead.
time.
you want some cotton candy?
Oh, please stop it!
Here you
Stop,
go.
stop,
Here you
stop,
go.
stop.
I'm just gonna force
You're
it.
just smooshing it up against the face of the skull. He's like trying to speak, and then, oh my God, stop! And it's like getting in his mouth. And he's
All right, I'll
choking
take it
on
out.
And he goes back to being
man.
inert.
That's
What a
fun.
dud.
I still
I'm
think
sure
we should
this-
throw him in the spirit eye.
I can't take it with either. Too bad. Because it won't shut up.
You put it in your mouth.
The most useless skull ever.
I was hoping it'd be like something else, maybe. I don't know.
A good guide. Is
Yeah,
there like a,
you know, like a head that could
Trap
guide us
soul.
around or something like that.
maybe there's like a stand or something we can put it on that's meant to be for it, so that
Oh.
because I mean it got knocked over, so like if we put it on there, maybe that's its like little warm home, so it'll speak. If we
I also kind of wonder if this is just like a
It's like a tree.
Al
Exactly.
Razim is
Right?
like,
It has to
Yep.
be back in its
or
dock.
else it's just
Yeah.
really angry and screaming. If only our phones did that. Oh god.
Just scream, please put me down! Don't charge me! I'm dying! My battery! Please, I'm dying! Oh, that's better. Okay, what do you need? Yeah, no, they're close. You can't go there.
oh, there's no way out.
Oh, you're trapped forever. Yeah, what do you guys do?
Shall we fight it and move on?
I'm so down to fight him.
Okay.
Yes.
He doesn't want to go in the sphere of annihilation. Yeah.
The skull? I did you offer that? Did you say?
Well, when he
I'll
was
put you in
spinning, and I
annihilation?
like was telling him that, yeah, when he was like going towards
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was just screaming, so I couldn't really hear what you were saying. Yeah. Here he is.
Already. No, it's okay. It's okay.
We're over it.
it. God,
I kind of
so
wonder
much
if he's
screaming.
just meant to be tortured his whole for existence because
Yeah.
of
That'd be
whatever
terrible
Al Razim
existence.
did something. Yeah.
He just created something so he could have tortured devices used on it.
Who knows?
Just ahead.
Shall we? Are we ready?
Let's do it. So we set up
Traps
the
are
bear
set.
traps. Cool.
So,
Yes.
3 traps.
You and I are behind him,
Yeah.
readied
Already.
Moss is tied up not by the sphere of annihilation.
by a table.
Okay, by one of the tables. Okay, great.
Already a witch
Sounds
bolt.
good. So, everyone's going to
Yeah.
ready in action then? You're behind the door, right, Jrmi? So you're going to
Yeah.
pull the door open
Yep.
and then hide behind it? Okay, so I would say that's got to be
That's
your
fine.
action. You can't ready because you need to do that. But the two of you guys can. What do you want
just,
to ready? You're going to ready witch bolt?
Just standard
And-
longsword or Constance.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want a longsword? Longsword
Yeah,
shield,
Constance.
right?
My lion shield.
Great. Cool. So, Jrmi, you can pull that door open. You can see sort of a large, vast space beyond that. It's some kind of a big hallway. But the main thing that you're looking at, obviously, are the 2 jet black dogs that are kind of like hunkered there, and they're like scratching on the door. And then when the door opens, they kind of land. And you can see they're just utterly black. But as they snarl, you see like a line of red kind of go down and fill their belly. And they kind of like open it. You can see fire inside. Hellhounds, definitely. Initiative, please.
9.
10.
6.
They also both have like collars, like
Ah,
dog collars.
interesting.
We got a 10 and a
9, 10, 6.
what? Okay. Hellhounds got 17. Moss got.
Oh, he's not last.
Okay, so he doesn't go last.
What's his?
So hellhounds are first. Well, that makes sense if they
My
went
dex
charging
is higher
in.
than his, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
who
a
got
9.
the
I got
best
10.
of the 3 of you? A 9. Okay, so then it's Val and then Theo. But you guys will both have your ready to actions first before they charge in, and then Moss, and then Jrmi. Okay, so 2 hellhounds in the door. Go ahead and make your 2 ready to actions. You guys want to attack the same one? Oh, your ready to action, Val, is when they get to you, right? Because you're longsword. So you're still waiting, but you can fire off your witch bolt right away, Theo, because yours is range. So go ahead. Yeah.
14.
14 will miss. So it just goes kind of flying past into the room. You see it hit something in that room, and something falls and crashes, but you're too far away to really get a sense of what it is. Okay, that's your ready to action. No, that's not your actual action. And then the hellhounds will come charging in. So they are not looking for these bear traps. And so the first one will go running in. I'm going to give it a dex save to avoid getting clamped, basically. And it fails it. So the first one comes into the room and puts its paw down. It makes like a dog whine sound and is caught. The other one will kind of push past it and keep going, and will also potentially step on the next one. I'll make a dex save for that one. He also fails.
Yeah.
So the second hellhound gets
bear
caught
traps.
in the second trap. And they're both kind of like writhing and squealing, and they both whoosh, and they both breathe fire in a huge cone that licks across the room. I need dex saves from everybody but Jrmi, because you guys are in both of them.
Can I
of the fire.
use my reaction yet, or are they not close enough? Okay.
Oh, they didn't get close enough.
Gotcha.
They got caught by the... Because it's 3
Yeah.
traps, right? It's 3 in a row? Yeah. So there's
Got it.
1, 2. Yeah.
You said dex save? Cool, 17.
Dex save, yep. Okay, great.
Poo-poo. 6.
Okay, great. 10, 19, all right, so 27 fire damage
27?
to you, Theodûir. You take, half of that.
So that's 14, 13?
Val.
Down.
Yep. And Moss will also take that. Did he make a save? He made a save, so don't take half, so 14. Okay. He's at 30. Great. So fire just fills the chamber. It starts to burn the table. You see it starts to burn Moss's leash. Like it just licks across the whole room. And then they're like, the fire kind of subsides, and they're both panting, but still caught in these bear traps. Great. Val, it is your turn. So there is a bear trap between you and the next dog, or the first dog. So how do you want to get to him?
I'm going to use my longbow then, so I don't have to get in melee range.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, you can move up to the trap and just make a dex save to avoid standing on it, but there's a chance you might get caught. It won't deal you any damage, but it will hold you in place.
I'll use my longbow. Screw it.
Okay, cool. Out comes the bow.
First one's a mod 20. Second is
Great.
14. 14 hit?
The first one will hit the second one.
Alright, so first one is 9 damage.
Nice.
Okay, great. I've labeled them both Hellhound 20. That's not helpful to me. Great, so you fire an arrow. It hits into the hound. It takes the damage, and the arrow starts to like burn and smolder. They're so hot that you can't even really damage them. Or you can, but they just burn away. So it's 9 damage, you said. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. That's your action, unless you have a move or a bonus action. You're going to be on to Theo.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Theo, give me a death save.
Ooh, that's a fail.
Okay, that's one failure. Moss will make a strength check to try to break away from the leash and run towards the fight. He gets a 4, so he's pretty badly singed, and he's just like kind of trying. But it's that dog thing where he's like choking himself out, right? Like, and he can't quite do it. Jrmi, it is your turn. You're behind the door.
As a bonus action, I want to use Healing Word on Theo.
Cool.
So you get 9 points.
Yeah.
Crap.
Great.
I
Don't forget, we also
We
have
do
the
have
healing,
some-
right?
we have-
You guys have your
yeah.
each have your 2.
So I guess I would like to just do Cloud of Daggers. Is there a way to do it like in between them so it gets them both?
How big is
I
this?
knew you'd ask.
If it's 5, then no. Then there's only
All
you
right,
only hit
I'll
one
hit
of
the
other.
one that's closest in then, like the one that hit the second. Yeah.
Great, the second one.
So
Gotcha. Is that the one you shot? Val?
I shot
Did
the
you shoot
closest one,
or
yeah.
the furthest one? Okay, cool. I'll switch them then. Yeah, so there's no check or anything, right? It just takes the damage next round
Yep.
if it stays there.
Or if it starts its
cool.
turn
So then
there.
you cast it, and it starts swirling. And it's turn, so it'll take the damage. Show me
You
that
got
damage, please. You want to stay behind the door, right?
Because I feel like if I pass them, then
Okay. Yeah. You could close the door potentially if you want, but it's because it's still open.
Nah, not yet. 13 damage.
Okay. Got it. It does not like that very much. Again, makes kind of a pitiful whine. So that one can't get at anybody. It's just going to try to make a strength check to pull itself out of the trap. Ooh, it succeeds. Can you roll me 1d8 damage, please, Jrmi? Because it's your trap. So I think it can pull itself out, but it will take damage in the process, right? Ooh, ouch. So it will take that. It's looking pretty bad, but it is going to lunge at you, Val.
Got it.
And try to bite you. I think so.
Yep.
24. Yeah, baby. Put that 19 on the die. You take 10 piercing damage and 7 fire damage. So it bites you like on the thigh, and then kind of fire blossoms out of its mouth. Great. And then the other one that is still caught will turn and kind of lunge at you, Jrmi, behind the door. You'll have some cover because you're behind the door, but it could still get at you. What's your AC?
15.
Buddy? 15? Okay. It will try to bite you. There we go. That's what I like to see. Yeah, that's 23.
I want to fight these creatures, they say.
That's 5 piercing and 8 fire.
Okay.
So maybe you like lean out to cast Cloud of Daggers, and it gets you on the arm, scorches you up like that. Yeah, that's a great sound. I'm glad we have recorded. You're the only one who's ever made any loud screeches on this recording, Kate.
Totally,
Me
yes.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Val, it's your turn. There's a hellhound
Awesome.
in your grill.
Constance coming at him.
Great.
First one's a 13. Okay.
That'll miss.
Oh God, both are 13s. Why?
Okay, so yeah, just
Oh my
swing,
God.
swing. It's making that Thor's hammer like sound, and you can feel she's filling with power. They're evil creatures, and so you get some extra damage.
I'm gonna use a bonus action real quick too for second wind. Cool.
Please do.
All right.
Great. Theo, you have a small amount of hit points. You're conscious. What do you want to do?
Can I use one of those healing things?
Yeah, that's a free action if you want.
So what does that do?
You can use one or both of them. It's 1d12 plus 2.
I might. Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Shadow.
you're saving us.
Oh, rolled a 10.
Save it. Is that a 12?
So that's
Ooh,
12
nice.
or 12
Good.
health.
12 damage.
12 damage to me. I'm down.
Yes.
I mean,
Damn it,
I'm
for
down
myself.
again.
so that is 12 plus 9 is 21, right? Yeah, cool. Great.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to do 1. Thanks, Shadowhunter, because I'm almost at full with that.
Yeah, it's true.
No thanks to Jrmi.
Yeah,
yeah,
Jrmi.
she didn't resuscitate your
Garbage.
Yeah,
everything.
you didn't do much.
I'm a pile of garbage,
Hey.
a sentient pile of
Hey.
trash.
Gave you a d20 to save your fucking life.
Thank
And
you.
then brought you back from the conscience.
Great. Now I'm gonna shoot some scorching rays at
Yeah.
the weaker hellhound.
Do it. Wait. So I told you that I would tell you some information because you succeeded. Hellhounds are immune to fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
Is that all you have, baby boy?
So you would know this. This is something that would be
You're
would
right.
have been discussed.
You're right. So that would be foolish. Great then.
I'm only telling you because you guys were smart enough to consult your monster manual before
Great.
encountering
I'm gonna
them,
do
not after.
Witch Bolt again. I'm gonna do Twin
Cool.
Spell. Can I do Twin Spell? Wait,
Oh.
can I do that?
Get two of
on
them?
like a concentration spell though? Does that work? Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, and I'm gonna try
Works
to
for me.
hit them both. Yeah.
Get them both. Yeah,
Awesome.
cool.
2 Witch Bolts on them.
Let's go, Theo.
That is a 15 and a 16. Yeah.
Both will hit.
Awesome. Cool. So
It's 1d12 apiece.
Yeah, get that wish bout.
that is.
Get that wished out.
I think it's just straight up damage, right?
Yeah.
I don't add anything. So it's 11 and 7.
Nope. Okay, great. So we'll say the 11 goes to the one closer to you. That's the one that's more hurt anyway. Great. So yeah, lightning comes arcing out of your finger, or out of the orb, excuse me. I just always imagine it's Val. No, it's your orb. And the one that you're fighting, Val, is looking particularly bad. It like kind of goes down on a knee.
Yeah, you take it.
The other one takes its first damage. It was 6. You
7.
said?
7 and
To the
11.
second one. 7. Okay, thank you.
7-11.
7-11. Great. I assume you want to just kind of stay where
I mean,
you are.
I'll move around. I'll kind of like just make space so like they
Strafing.
can't like focus.
Yeah. Okay.
AOE's or whatever.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Cool. You can probably put yourself in a position, considering the shape of the room, where the first Hellhound can't
Cool.
breathe on you. Right. Like if you move, that way you only if the second one can recharge, only that one can get you. Okay. Great. Moss once again will try to break free. He tugs, and it looks like the cord is like fraying. You think if he gets one more, he'll be able to burst out and come forward. Jrmi, it's your turn.
So, is one of them still in the trap?
Yes, the one that's attacking you is still caught. It can just reach you from where it is.
Well, as a bonus action, I want to do healing word on you.
Thank you.
And give you 7 hit points.
Hey, better than
Yeah. And then I want to do shatter. I don't suppose both of them are they within 10 feet of each other?
Yes, they're adjacent to each
I'm
other.
gonna do shatter and try and hit them.
Great.
Took my Packers one.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Gotcha for both of them. The first one that you're fighting fails. The other one gets a 12, which I think is a failure as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's 21 damage.
Boom.
Oh, yes, you kill the wounded one that Val's fighting. Go ahead and describe that. And you deal a brutal blow
So this
to
is
the
the
other
foot stomp
one.
one, so I was just saying no.
Yeah. It goes out. I'm looking up Shatter for evil reasons that are evil and bad, because I'm a bad evil guy.
Bad evil.
A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area. All three of the traps explode into splinters.
That's fair.
When you do that. So the one that's still alive is now free, but the other one is just destroyed. It shatters it, and its like body like breaks in weird ways, and then hits the ground and kind of starts to burn almost of its own power, like just catches on fire. Okay, great. That's your
fine.
action,
I don't have
Jrmi.
to worry about Moss running into it. So that's
Yep.
okay.
There you go.
Great. I think the door also probably kind of like buckles a little bit and like doesn't really fit in the jam anymore.
It's powerful. Powerful spell.
Oh, is it? No, because we determined it only screams when it moves, right? Because I was gonna say, like, if it screams while it's open, it's been screaming this entire time. I don't think it's really fun.
It's right next to it.
So the other remaining Hellhound, kind of staggering, will try to attack you again. Oh yes. So it turns, and you see a bunch of fire come into it. It's just gonna breathe into the crack between the door and the wall, and just try to fill it with fire. Jrmi, make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please. 'Cause you have nowhere to go.
Mod 20.
Wow.
Okay.
I had 7.
Pretty good. Yeah. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Oh. You take 12 fire damage as it just burns that little crack in between. Just like belching fire.
No.
Yeah. But you're somehow still alive. Like, you guys are like, she's dead. And then, like, the fire stops and you're, like, all black
But
and
just the eyes
but still
like
alive
that
in
little,
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Big anime eyes.
Okay, that's the Hellhounds.
Alrighty, I'm gonna jump on this beastie from behind since he's attacking my buddy.
Yeah, go for it.
Good. Okay. All right. The first one was
Come
12.
on.
Let's try this again.
Get him. You got that 20.
Oh my
don't
god!
forget.
I'm gonna use it because I just rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Do it.
All right. I'm
Do
using
it.
Constance with that nat 20.
Get him.
Yeah.
Please. So that I will let you double because you get an extra 2d6 when you hit the first time you hit a evil creature into combat, so you can double that as well. Make that 4d6.
This thing is gonna be annihilated. Okay. So
Oh, for sure.
that's
Rolls all once.
for real.
That's 5 damage. Yeah.
23.
2 more.
Oh, sorry. Nope. Hold on. 32.
That was exactly twice its remaining hit points. Would you like to describe how
I
you
would
smite
love to.
this
I think
thing?
I see him just breathe that fire in there, and I see Jrmi go, Jrmi! Do the like leap in the air and just come down with him, just like right.
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
She's like glowing because she's got that divine in there.
Yeah, for sure. You don't really see this, Val, because you're attacking. You see Theo, who's behind, you see like 2 spectral angels fly out of the sides of Constance, and she comes down and like hits the hellhound, and the hellhound like blasts out in holy light and is just gone, like sent to hell to be punished for all time, right? Like you're kind of like watching this, Theo, and the angels like disappear, right? A second after they're there, like you almost aren't sure if you saw them or not, and it's this ridiculous moment. You lift up your head in the shot that's like at the very end of the trailer for the movie, and then it cuts to black. It's like July or whatever. Yeah. Great. The Hellhounds are both defeated. What do you guys want to do? Great. So you guys are back. We are back, but you guys didn't go anywhere from outer space. You are standing in the hallway, the little hallway, the like entryway to this wizard's lab. The horrible skull door is kind of bashed a little bit. There's a bunch of broken shards of bear traps on the ground, and there's the smoldering remains of one hellhound. The other one was banished to another plane by your ridiculous crit. But otherwise, yeah, you can kind of see out into the hallway out there. It's kind of lit in like purple lighting.
Perception. I don't want to see or hear anything that I possibly can.
Okay. Great.
16.
You can see out the hall, and you can see that like where it sort of, it's a large open area. It kind of looks like a really plush like hotel lobby. Like it has like kind of purple velvet curtains, and you can see lots of like little couches and things, almost like The Shining or something like that, right? Where it's like really nice and like decadent. But that you kind of can see in the purple light. You're not sure where the light's coming from. It just seems kind of magical. That like perfectly framed, maybe about 30 feet away from the doorway in this like sloping sort of curved lobby or something, there's a framed picture, and you think it's kind of set up like a portrait gallery where there are more, but you can see one of them, and it is basically like a glamour shot, like a sexy, like someone's kind of like in like reclining on a divan, and it is a partially decomposed human. So it's like a man, you can see like part of his skeleton and part of his flesh, and he's like naked. So you see like his inert, half-rotted like, dick flopped out on his thigh, kind of draped in like sort of Roman-style clothing. And like it's been painted of him. But he's like obviously undead and obviously Al-Razim. It's like a self-portrait of himself, naked and decomposed and horrific. Oh, God. And you can see that, and that's 30 feet away, and you can just see the edges of like more. God. So you think this whole back wall is just done up in oil paintings of him and his nude.
Varying states of decomposition.
That's exactly right. You see, like, you think on one side it's like totally still alive, and as you go across, he becomes a skeleton, right? But you're looking in the middle, so it's one of the like half, like,
Oh God.
And it's repugnant, and you're a child, and you're looking at like a partially decomposed penis, just flopped over on his thigh. And then you can see that there's like a maggot crawling across it, right? Like it's horrendous.
I feel like I was all readied and I was like all pumped for that. And like I was
but you were not ready for that. Yeah, you dropped your sword in horror.
It makes me feel right at home for some reason.
Yeah, you feel better. You feel comfortable.
I feel like this is good.
I don't know what it is with this world and like high level spellcasters being into really weird sexual art, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Because why not?
But it's a very large chamber, and you get the sense that if you were to head out, you would see more of it. Like, you think that almost like the wizard's lab is like a small room inside a bigger room, if that makes sense.
Can I do like an arcana or investigation or something to see if we step in there, it has any other like traps for non-authorized personnel?
Sure, yeah, give me an arcana check.
12.
The whole place is like thrumming with magical energy. Like everything about this place is so magical. It's hard to tell if there's any distinct thing, but you don't sense any like liquefy anyone who's not me. Right? The hellhounds came and went. So if there is some kind of a thing, you don't know about it, but you don't sense anything. Yeah. What's the plan?
Should we go through? See what's there.
Shall we? Cool.
Let's investigate.
Great. Yeah, you guys can step out. Give me a perception.
Can I quick roll some of my hit dice?
You can't quick do it. You'd have to stop and take an hour-long rest.
I'll just roll one of these d20s.
Boom.
Yeah, you can roll a d12. That's for sure, but you can't do any hit dice without resting.
Okay, that's fine. I got a 21
Great.
on my perception.
19.
Cool.
Yeah,
19 is pretty good.
We see stuff.
We see everything.
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, so you guys have a general sense. You think it's basically like that. You think it's this huge circular lobby, maybe like 100 feet across. And you came out of a little room that's like totally swallowed by this room, right? And you think maybe about 30 feet to the side, there's another room of equivalent size. But everything, as I said, is done in these like purple curtains. It's all very like monochromatically purple. Like plush purple carpets that like run down the length of the stone. It's like obviously stone, but he's like attired it like a lounge or something like that. Like it has that kind of crushed velvet sort of vibe. There is a chain of portraits that runs almost the entire circumference of the room that you can see from here. That's just various states of him in these sexy glamour shots, like decomposing. Immediately, like to the south of you, there's like another one of these small chambers, but it's kind of triangular. So you see a wall, and you think it tapers, has a door in it. There's a door kind of to your left, and there's a door to the south. And you think there's more doors further around this circle, but without kind of spreading out a little bit from here, you wouldn't be able to really investigate them. You do hear something. You hear like a musical chime that kind of is endlessly playing. You're not sure if it's an alarm or what, but it goes bum 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 over and over and over again. Bum 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 like that. It's coming from the south. Do you think it's coming from this side of the chamber?
No.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
It's like a cell phone.
Dun,
That's
dun,
the
dun,
Skype call.
yeah. Dun,
Yeah.
dun,
That
dun,
is the
dun,
tone.
dun, dun. What do you do?
Oh my god. Yeah.
What do you do?
Do we
Are
want to
we
go
gonna
towards
keep
the south?
going, or are we gonna?
I don't care.
I don't know.
So there's the like triangle room. There's the one that's like
The triangle room, there's sort of one to the south, and then you think there's more room past that, and there's one to the left. Give me, Theodûir,
Okay.
give me an insight check, and I will give you advantage.
Crit.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you suddenly, like, looking at the shape of this room and the shape of the like side room, you get kind of a general sense of the place's layout. I may not be able to show you very well on the stream here, but I'm going to give you a very shitty hand-drawn map that I'm drawing right now. And like, you basically have this epiphany that like, are you kidding me? You suddenly realize like the basic shape
Is it the same?
of the chamber.
I,
Can you guys see that?
Oh no.
So you came out of this room, like in the north. There's another chamber over here. There's the triangular chamber there, and you think there are 3 chambers down this way. And you think that the sound is coming from somewhere around here, but you're like up there, so you don't have line of sight to it. You like realize like because you've been drawing these maps, right? That's why I had you do it because you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's shaped like a giant skull.
Of course.
I get
Oh god, the narcissism knows.
I like
it.
it. He's got a good sense of interior
I might move
design.
in.
Yeah. I mean, there's no more tenant anymore. You're looking for an evil lair. It's skull
It's the
shaped.
evilest.
as Theodûir realizes it, he probably does like a cool arcane drawing of it, and is like,
Yeah, totally.
points like, "We are here." The sound is there.
Here, bathrooms are here.
Yes. Oh god, no. I really want to see if this Skype call is like someone from the school.
Sure. Of course.
But
it
at
would
the
be.
same time, I don't really want to answer and be like, oh god, hey, we just killed your
Well, I have this disguise hat.
mom." Yes, you do. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because they won't be able to tell what size you are.
Let's
from the
go.
Skype call,
I love
so-
that plan.
A little tiny
I
lich.
love the plan that you're alluding to.
Yes,
Jrmi.
yes.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Great. Okay. So you want to head over that direction? Great. So you can kind of go around the triangle, like nose-shaped room, and you can see that, like on the immediate opposite side of that room, there is basically a lounge area. There's like a big, long, plush couch You see the like feet of it are like skulls with like dragon claws on top of them. There's like a big like totally sheer obsidian like coffee table on the other side of it, and you can see there's a couple things there. There's like some coffee table books, right, that are like "So You're Undead," like things like that, right, like kind of like arranged. There's a bowl, like a totally black bowl that's filled with popcorn. And there's there's a very dusty PS2 controller that's just sitting like next to the like no one has touched it for like a year.
PS2.
Yeah, and so he's just sitting there, and then that's in the adventure. I wrote that down.
That's awesome.
Like this is not a joke that I'm making right now. He has a dusty PS2 controller, and then like further from that, like looking up, like right basically on the wall above this middle tooth here, there's a giant mirror, and it's like maybe like 6 feet wide by like 4 feet, like a big rectangle, and it's got like horrible like black like imps on the like carved on the edges of it, and it's like a gray screen, and then it has a like incoming call, it says, and there's a like kind of projected on it, and there's a picture of a brain, right? Like a human brain in between 2 pieces of bread. And then underneath it, it says Slardask. And you can see there's like accept and reject.
Can I do a history check on Slardask?
Sure.
If anyone else wants to do that too, that'd maybe be smart. I got a 13.
You don't know the name, but you know the origin of the name. You think the language, or like the people, you think it's a mind flayer or an illithid name. Slardask.
Sure. Did anyone get a better history?
No, I got
I have bad history.
Just
I
try.
got an 8.
Just try. Just try. Maybe you know.
All right.
Maybe you know.
Nope.
Well, I can tell you it's a mind flayer. Do you want to try to talk to it?
God.
ready?
I can.
You can look like Al-Razim,
Yeah.
like a short version of him.
I think.
Yeah.
You could look like a short version of Al-Razim. Your plan maybe might run into a hitch here because you don't know what the Skype view is. If it's so big, you might be able to see the whole room. But you might be able to pull it off. It depends on like how you sit. I would say you could make like a deception check to position yourself.
I could like throw a blanket.
Like, stand behind the couch. Yeah, you could like look like you're on the couch with a blanket, right? Like it's me on the couch again, right?
With
like,
the popcorn.
you could do it. It just you
Sure.
could certainly try.
If you guys want to just like be on the
give-
outside of the room, I guess.
Yeah.
And listen.
You could hide. They could also hide behind the
Yeah.
couch. Like the room is so big, it'd be hard to know where you could hide. You could either hide like the couch is like the couch is like right here, so you could either hide behind it or you could like go around the corner.
I was thinking we could be on each side of the mirror because I mean you won't be able to see like.
Yeah, you could come down
Yeah,
here
sides
if
of
you
the
want.
mirrors.
And, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Do mind
sure.
flayers like see in the same way that we see, though? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, they
Like-
have eyes.
Can they sense?
But they also have like silent. You could look up a mind flayer if you want.
Can I? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I want to know if
Yeah.
they can read my mind.
I feel
Yeah.
like he might know we're there still, even
Yeah.
though like
Exactly.
from what I know. Nature is 21.
Okay. Yeah, the mind flayer is. They're pretty intelligent, but they're not like omnipotent. They can detect thoughts at will, but detect thoughts has a range. So the main question here isn't like will it know that you're there? The question is how does this magical scrying thing work? Right? Can it do that at that distance? If it's on Skype,
Right.
can it use its powers
That's a good
through
point.
Skype? Is basically
Right,
the
right.
question you're trying to figure out, and that the monster manual
Right.
won't tell you. It can do detect thoughts at will, but I don't think detect thoughts inherently like tells it if there are people.
It'd have to know that
right?
someone
It still has
was
to know
there.
you're there to try to
Yeah,
read your mind.
right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. If Slardask is not just an ordinary mind flayer,
Right.
maybe, but you have nothing but the idea that that's a mind flayer name, and the suggestion that it eats brains based on the
Sandwich.
The brain
Anyway.
sandwich.
Yeah, the brain
Yeah.
sandwich as his icon.
Yeah. I think let's do it. I think
Wanna talk to
it
him?
could be his slave, like, you know, or whatever.
I don't know, yeah.
Could be just reporting to him, you know. Like, I
buddies.
don't know.
Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to set up your like
Jesse?
fake out
Are you
here?
feeling ready?
Can I grab some candy floss?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep. You can definitely do that.
Bright red.
And I guess
Okay. Yeah. You have candy floss. Give me a deception check to set up your thing, and then describe to me what it looks like.
There we go.
22.
I feel like we can put the blanket there and
So-
kind of like stuff it so it looks like your legs are like
Yeah,
longer under
something
there.
where like I'm laying in a side way and I've got like the candy floss and I've got like a blanket over me and maybe like a pillow or something under there, so it just looks like
Okay,
there's
yeah,
bulk
sure.
Yeah.
of some kind.
Yeah. What was the total?
22?
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, great. So you can set that up, and then, great, what do? You have your
I
candy
gotta
floss.
like, do I have to do something with this hat to be like, to look like him?
Oh yeah, you can do an action. As an action, you can cast
Okay.
Disguise Self on yourself. The problem is the hat doesn't go away. You can make the hat look like something else, but you can't like make it look like he's not wearing a hat. So he's got to be wearing some kind of a hat, and he wasn't wearing one
Yeah.
before. So what hat is he wearing?
Can I make it look like, in Temple of Doom, that evil,
Oh wow, the skull
Yeah.
helmet.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, great. Sure.
Like
Why
I wanted
not?
to try a new
Sure,
look.
skull
the
helmet.
evilest thing I can think of.
I'm into it. Yeah, sure. You just think of the most evil thing,
Yeah.
and that's what turns it. Okay, great. Yeah, you don't see like a button or anything to accept the call, but there's like the yellow symbol, and it's like a crystal ball symbol instead of a phone symbol. So it's like the crystal ball symbol, and then like the red crystal ball symbol, and it says like accept, decline.
Accept!
Cool. Yeah, and then like the mirror clears out, and you see that there's a figure that's like, so it's obviously a mind flayer, right? So it has like the squid head and the 4 tentacles that come out, and it's wearing like a super evil like high collar that like comes up around the
Does
side
he have
like
his Dark
that.
Bucks badge
But
on still?
he does not have a Dark Box badge.
Son.
You can see in the background, there's like obviously some kind of a like torture chamber. There's like somebody like on a rack, like "Ah!" like screaming, but it's like you can't hear it. It's just you can see someone in pain, and he's like not really paying attention. This figure, or they, you don't know the gender. It's a mind flayer, but they're like sitting like this, and their tentacle is like forward and seems to be like swiping something back and forth. And like not paying attention, and then you answer, and do you say anything?
Sorry I'm late.
Like all the things go out.
Oh, sorry, I didn't,
And you see when he speaks, he doesn't actually speak. Like his mouth doesn't move, but in your minds you can hear him or it speaking. It's actually a female. It's she.
oh, you're here, sorry. I've been calling you for an hour, what happened?
Well, the dogs got out and I couldn't, and then I had cotton candy and I was trying a new flavor, and then I got a hat, and then you get
Oh. That sounds like you.
Exactly. Like you.
Yeah, you still have your deception if you're 22, right? Okay, so that'll hold for a while. If you try to like do anything crazy that seems out of character, I'll make you do another one.
Yeah, you called. What's up?
well, I've been I've been thinking lately that it's a little lonely here, and I just wondered if I want to hang out. I got this new evil plan I'm working on, and
Oh, yeah? Is this the one you were telling me
yeah,
about?
but I'm getting kind of tired of telling you about it this way, so I thought maybe, I don't know, I'm just bored down here.
Oh, I see.
Give me another deception.
You got it. No, that's so good. A mod 10.
Oh crap.
He doesn't do a lot. He just like kind of cocks his squid head a little bit. You see the person who's like screaming, you see their arm starts to separate and tears off in the background. So now it's like it's horrendous. But there's like some kind of a screen or something behind. It's like really, really gory and horrible. But it's all in silhouette, so you can't really see it. You're just like, yeah, it's really bad. But he kind of like cocks his head.
But you have the phylactery, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
You sent me a message, and you see like the chat log comes up, and it's like, I got it! Exclamation point, 1, exclamation point, right? Like,
That's what this is. You wanted to... So you still gonna throw the party, or...
Yeah, but I was thinking maybe...
This is different than the party. You want to just hang out separately.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a weekday. You know I'm busy. You know...
Oh,
I mean,
he like gestures back, or she gestures back at the torture. Like,
Not necessarily today. I just want to be more regular about who I'm seeing and when, and I don't know.
Okay. Listen, I I still want to be friends with you. Okay, I don't think it has to be weird, but this feels weird now. Like you're starting to make it weird.
No,
You know what I mean?
you're right.
I'm happy to
Yeah,
come over.
This was
I'm
a
happy.
mistake. This was just, you forget I said anything.
Give me one more deception, please.
I crit.
Woo!
Yes.
Hey, I'm
No,
not saying it's a mistake.
I
just,
that's fine. And call.
A little space, maybe. You know what I
and
mean?
Call. Stop.
A little bit.
Whatever it is.
You can't decline. Hang up.
She's like,
Ooh, it goes back. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. So you see his like background comes up, and it's like a custom piece. It's like obviously a painting that he's had put up, and it's like the four of you dying in horrible ways. That he has as his like background.
That's
So
been
it's
on his
like
mind.
and they're all like really comically stupid. So it's like Theodûir's being like eaten by a shark, right? And Val's like drinking poison that has like the poison on it. Like it's all really ridiculous. I'm trying to think. Moss is like skinned probably and like has a hat, right? And like I don't know, Jrmi. What's another like ridiculous, silly cartoon?
Acme
death?
like bomb
About
on
to,
top
like,
of you.
Walk off a cliff. Willfully.
Oh yeah, like falling off of a cliff. I like that. Yeah, it's like crumbling, and like that's his like it's like very Art Nouveau and pretty, but he's like obviously had a commission, and it's the four of you dying.
It's
you
really
know?
fast.
it's like those like Barack Obama hope colors too.
Yes.
It's exactly
Yeah.
like that. Yes, it's all silhouette.
Yeah.
It's like the duotone.
Yeah.
It's two different colors. Yeah. Right.
Fun.
Great. So you cancel the call. The two of you are on the other side, and then you hear. So if you look at this map, you guys can see that these two are like chambers. This thing is a hallway in the middle, right? That comes down. Further down there, you hear like a door open, and then kind of a number of figures come rustling, hurrying down that hallway. Give me a perception check, Jrmi. You're the only one in position.
Great.
12.
12. Yeah, they kind of come hustling out, and at first you think that it's like 5 or 6 of them, and it's a group of goblins, and they're wearing sort of like armor. They look kind of like, they look like extras in Lord of the Rings, right? They just look like goblins. And then one behind is a little bit taller and is kind of striding for it. Has like a big spear, and they're like heading out, like they're kind of in response to them. They have like sort of a SWAT team kind of hustle, and they're coming out. As they get closer, you see one thing that like really kind of throws you. At first you thought they were goblins, and one of them looks your way, and it looks like their faces are upside down. So you see their mouths are on the top, and they have like the nose is upside down, and the eyes are on the chin. And you're like sort of like, what? And they kind of come out into the room, and they see you, still in your disguise, and they kind of come over, and one of them goes and starts to talk with its weird mouth, but it's like it sounds like a record in reverse, right? Like the two of you guys are kind of off to the side. They don't see you as they come bustling in. There's 6 of them. What do you do? I suppose it's the tall one. It's like the leader who's speaking, probably.
I want to. I don't know if I can look angry as a skeleton, but I want
you can
act angry and like
right? Point your finger. Yeah.
to get him around the go.
Okay, give me deception.
I don't want to say one word, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
14.
Okay. Great. So they sort of like look at each other, confused, shrug, and turn. They all turn, and they see the two of you standing
Great.
right there. Because you're like up against the wall. And they look back, and they look forward, and they look back. And I feel like that's where we'll stop, right? Like, that seems like a good spot.
We're both outside just like, ah.
Yeah. I mean, because we have 15 minutes. Like, we could roll initiative, but it just seems like we jump in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm going to stop there? Okay, cool. Because you're still in your Al-Razim disguise, right? Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, everybody, for watching that episode. Yeah, that was, wow. That was wow. I'm glad I prepared all the rest of that space because,
There we go. So much for fighting a lich.
I'm glad we used it. Cool. So, we will be back next week, I assume, right? Unless we have any conflicts. But until then, I mean, in this session, more than any other session, I think it's important to remember, right? Like what the words of the Junior Adventurers League are, the motto, if you will. You guys remember,
Maybe.
right?
We should. Theo.
Let's both say it at the same time and see if
At
we
the exact
if we
same
remembered
time.
it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
Party
Because it's like you're counting, but for no reason. Like 1, 2, 3. Ready?
Are we
For
ready?
me,
We're
it's
good?
kinda
We're
for
ready?
me.
Cool.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay,
Party.
1, 2, 3. Party above all. That's how we're doing it, right? Putting the emphasis on the
Absolutely.
T on
Every
party.
time.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please stop
Thanks for
watching. now.
watching.